Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Erasmus Expeditions. We are here with a very brand new kickoff for a two-part game that we're going to be running here on the channel. The system that we're going to be playing this evening is Never Stop Blowing Up. It'll be my first time ever playing it. I'm very excited to give it a spin. It was developed by the people over at Dimension 20. Yeah, if you're into this kind of game, I highly recommend you going and watching their game. It is hilarious. We are going to be using the system to play Jumanji, All Blown Up. This is going to be a very gonzo, very video game-centric game, so I'm really excited to be running this. I've had this kind of planned for a while. Before we get started, I am going to go ahead and give the same warning that I give at the beginning of all of my games. Even though this may look like it is designed for children, this game is not for children. If mature language and mature subject matter are problems for you, then exit stage left. This is not a great place for you to be. Exactly, Jason. But if those things don't bother you, then let your freak flag fly and hang out here with us for a bit. I'm going to pass things over to my players in just a moment so that they can introduce themselves, tell you what they might have going on, where you may be able to find them on the internet, and I think then we're going to get things started. So we're going to start with Nathan.
Oh, I'm back on Erasmus Expedition, or something like that. Yeah, Erasmus Expeditions. I always want to say the name of the game instead of your channel for some reason, and
That's okay.
just it's fine. It's the same thing. It'll lead you to the same place. But yeah, Jeremy has made the mistake to invite me back on and into another Gonzo game as if he hasn't learned better. Hopefully I can play Flash Kicksilver and say the name correctly.
God damn it.
The way that he is intended to be played. I'm kind of going for a Johnny Cage, Mortal Kombat-esque martial artist, kind of self-centered, but also action hero. That's completely different than who I actually am. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah. I am not affiliated with Dimension 20, but I am known as Dimension 119 on the internets. There's not a ton of content coming out right now on my Twitch and things like that. Having some financial things that I'm having to take care of, so we're taking a pause from that. But I am over on the State of Survival podcast on YouTube. We talk about survival video games, which I guess kind of fits in the theme of tonight, the whole video game theme. But we cover all kinds of survival video games, from DayZ to Project Zomboid to we just recorded an episode on a game called Duckside, where you play as a duck to survive and build bases and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, we cover just about anything. So you should definitely check that out.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, dude, it's not a mistake that you're here. It's not a mistake, I promise. That's the case for everybody. It was very intentional who I invited to this game. I really enjoy the process of like picking a table full of people for a specific game. I think that there's a lot that is. I think a lot of the legwork as a GM is done in that process. And yeah, I'm very excited about this particular group. All right, speaking of very excited, next up is Cari.
I am always very excited. Hello, everybody. I am Cari Scholtens. I am here, and I am super pumped to be invited to another Jeremy game. I always have a great time here on old Erasmus Expeditions. Other places you can find me on Monday nights, I play a Pathfinder campaign over on Mini Terrain Domain. You can find us on Twitch. It's super fun. It's really heating up as far as the drama goes. Same place on Thursday nights. You can find me with this old so and so and this old so and so. We play Kids on Bikes on Thursday nights. It's also a smash and a half. And I play Rosie, the old tomboy, aka me at 12 years old. And then on select Wednesday nights, I play over on the Emporium for the Wayward Gamer. We also play Pathfinder, and I play a rogue. So essentially, like right now, it's like rogue for me, which is amazing. And tonight, shocker, rogue-ish. So that's how it goes. And I'm just super excited to be here and super excited for a fun game tonight, you guys. Thank you so much for having me.
Always, anytime. Yeah, I'm really, really stoked to see how this game goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
For sure.
All right. Speaking of lots of fun, next up is Steve.
I am actually not lots of fun at all.
Nice.
I'm like a toothache. No. So let's see. What? The only place you can find me on the internet is Jeremy's channel. Occasionally, when we manage to all get our adult lives together and play games. But I have been blessed to be part of a game of his that is. What are we pushing? Like 6 years?
7. I
Seven?
think?
Yeah. And I think
we're
we're two whole bullet points into that game.
3.
3. My
3
bad.
now.
But yeah, other than that, let's see. I just want to also say thank you to Chad for buying me the DLC for this Jumanji game. He's the one that got me this Ray Gunn character. I'm looking forward to this badass space commando. And we'll be totally disappointed if it's not a badass space commando. So we'll see how that goes. And other than that, my last surgery coming up April 2nd, man, and I will be done.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm so
Yeah,
happy.
man.
Hell yeah.
Finally, 5 surgeries in 5 months.
Yeah, dude.
Screw
Wait,
that
they
noise.
had
Don't
you
wish that
doing
on
that
anybody.
back to back.
I had to, man. I kept prolapsing and
Oh.
needing revisions and stuff. It was bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay,
so-
well,
Yeah, Steve has
listen,
been through
yeah.
the fucking ringer.
Yeah,
no
yeah,
There
joke.
we go. Last one. Let's make
Yeah,
it
last
happen.
one, April
Bro.
2nd, and then
Hell
hopefully
yeah,
I
dude,
get back
let's go.
to I get back to work. So that would be nice, assuming my job is still there, because unfortunately, and I'm not gonna get super political, we're funded by a federal grant that was cut
Oh, bro.
because public safety and education should be cut.
Yeah,
Right?
right. Well, who needs fucking public education, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, or more importantly, who needs reform in the police department, right? Because that's what we did, and that's what was cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone made
Yeah.
a real good call there. But luckily, the chief loves us, so hopefully they're finding money for us. That's all that matters right now. And if not, I'll just also start doing something cool somewhere to do things. But in the meantime, we're gonna play games because it's fun.
I'm excited, man. I'm happy to hear that you have that light at the end of the tunnel. That it's just around the corner. Like I said, I know that you've been through it a lot lately, and I'm very, very thankful that there seems to be an end in sight. So, all right. Speaking of an end in sight, I have no idea what this segue means. Next up is Jason.
It's a butt. That's the end of the site.
It's a
We come here for the games. I come here for the segues. Yes, I'm Jason Osorio. I've been on the Erasmus expedition several times. Always a pleasure to be back. Thank you, Jeremy, of course, and to my fellow players. I'm very excited for this. Huge Dimension 20 fan. And I will be playing Gruff MacDougal, as you can see from my background, the Demolitions man. It's a giant explosion. That's the light at the end of the tunnel. It's an explosion. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited for this. And I'll pass it on to our final person.
Hell yeah, man. Always a pleasure to have you on. Very excited to see this particular cast of characters come together. And the characters you're going to be playing as well. All right. Speaking of characters, last but certainly not least, my brother from another mother, Chadley.
The final man? Oh, I feel so good. I'm gonna
Ooh,
be the
last
final
girl
man.
energy. Let's
Oh,
go.
yay. Hi guys, my name is Chad. If you have been on Erasmus expeditions within the last 7+ years, you've probably seen my face at least once or twice. I have the lovely privilege of playing with all of these wonderful people, at least more than once, which I'm very happy with. As Cari mentioned, you can find me on Thursdays over on Kids on Bikes on MTD. Otherwise, I just sort of float around the internet and play with random people whenever I'm asked to.
He's like the
which is
wind, baby. He's
awesome.
everywhere.
Yeah. So I will be playing Sterling Silva today, and
Boy.
I'm really excited for it. Really, actually, very excited. I've been working on it really hard. And I'm a treasure hunter, and I do love Dimension 20. I have watched that game, and it is an absolute blast if you haven't had an opportunity to watch it. go watch it. But after you watch this game, because this is way more important, I love you guys. Just to say this, I'm very excited for this. And Jeremy, as always, buddy, you are one of the most creative GMs I've ever met in my life. You throw these weird and wacky concepts at me, and I go, "When's the date?" I don't care what it is. Just when's the date? How can we do it?
Bro?
Okay. Yeah. Anyways, that's my soapbox. I'm happy to be here. Let's get going and let's Jumanji.
All right. One thing to note, as I mentioned in our side chat, we're not going to be using turbo tokens initially, but please do keep track of your failed rolls. They will come into play a little bit later. What else? Oh, also, everyone, please check out this incredible shirt that my wife got me for my birthday.
What does it say? Ooh. That's cool.
The Jumanji board.
That's so fucking cool, dude. Also, it was kind of getting green screened in the middle, which is equally that's perfect. Your heart is gone. You're like Tony Stark.
I have no heart, Cari.
It's a black piece of coal. Let's fucking go.
All right. Let's do it. Snow-swollen clouds overhead cast the mountainous landscape in a nearly monochromatic palette of blues and grays. The wind shrieks with malice as it relentlessly pursues the heavy flakes that seem fearfully to flee before it. There is no capacity here for life to flourish, for it is a place already overflowing with death and madness. I am uncertain how much longer I can keep the crew appeased. We remain stranded, without hope of rescue, and their patience has dwindled alongside our provisions. I am now beginning to wish I had never agreed to take possession of this damnable jewel. Day 178. Midas Fetterton, the HMS Perseverance. We hear a collective barking of dogs as a convoy of sleds materializes into view out of the furious white storm, approaching the yawning mouth of an icicle-laden cave. Each of you, if you would please, describe who we see as you press start and join the game.
Oh, fucking awesome, dude. Oh my god. I will go first. What you see, as like I imagine it she kind of flickers into frame very much as a somebody just put their quarter in the machine. You see a very beautiful woman, dark hair, slicked back into a ponytail. She is probably pushing 5'11", has a dark blouse on, though it's barely bloused. It leaves very little to the imagination with regards to her figure. Her pants leave any even less to the imagination. And very slick boots as well. She seems to be kind of unfamiliar with the surroundings with which she finds herself. She is wearing a pistol on her hip and is kind of looking around as she is dropped somewhat unceremoniously into this this new landscape.
I think flickering into being beside this beautiful, tall, elegant woman is probably the exact opposite of that in multiple ways. It is this short, almost like stout man, probably under like 5.5 feet, with this like unshaven face, almost like ginger stubble on his face, this lantern jaw. He's got a cigarette, or not a cigarette, like a cigar, lit and burning, sticking out of his mouth. a head full again of this bright reddish brown hair, green eyes, and he's wearing like overalls and these like thick, like heavy work pants and like a long sleeve shirt underneath. And there are just like sticks of dynamite and flares and lengths of fuse just like sticking out of every pocket. This man is probably in like his maybe mid 30s, a bit of wear and tear. I imagine he's like missing a finger. It's got like a little metal cap on one of his thumbs. And this is Gruff MacDougal as I enter the game looking very confused by the fact that my perspective has shifted. I seem so much shorter than I normally am. But also looking around to see when the rest of our friends playing this game will materialize, when they will appear.
Mm-hmm. Incredible.
I think at this point is when our friend Sterling Silva arrives. You see a man.
Oh my God.
Ribbled with muscles underneath what we would like to call baby tee of a long sleeve shirt. He has I'm going to be swapping between my regular voice and this occasionally just for certain.
Please
he has
do the voice.
He has a holster along his back with one pistol in the right side pocket. He also has khaki pants, like khaki cargos, with another belt loop with what looks like a hunting knife on the side. He also carries with him a silver pendant around his neck, bald on top, blue eyes, scruff along the jaw, but he looks like, honest to God, he looks like Jason Statham from every action movie you've ever seen. And quite honestly, that's the vibe. So I imagine he just drops in and lands and is like looking around at his surroundings and trying to get a look at whoever else is here. And I think he lands on the tall woman and then the shorter, gruff man. He like looks at the butt of the cigar as it lights up in this darkened jungle, and you can just see the squint of the eyes of being like, really? You picked that one? Why the hell did you do that?
I wanted to blow things up. It seemed like the best way to do that.
Did. Yeah, I know you did. Look, I'm not saying that he's not the...
Don't knock my choice, Chad, I think.
No, it's fine. You did a good job.
Thanks.
God.
Will you do quick fighting and let our other friends join the event?
Yeah, all right.
Hey, it's saying party full. Did one of you... Did you guys add a rando?
No.
All right. Look,
Steve, we didn't add a rando. Just fucking
Chad, you said that this was going to work.
And then fucking.
Sorry, guys. It's your first time
earlier.
playing. Okay, it's your first time playing. If it has to stop, you just reboot the game.
I'm just saying, if you weren't late,
lobby.
this wouldn't have been a fucking issue, man.
Reboot the game, re-enter the lobby. How hard is that to do?
I didn't know he sent me the DLC through Steam. I was looking.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right,
fair.
Look, it's downloaded.
He'll figure it out. He'll figure.
Right.
Give him a
Look,
minute.
I got like 45 seconds, and the badass Space Commando will be there.
Maybe while we're waiting, maybe Nathan will show up, and it'll be fine. Okay,
hey, maybe Nathan will show up. He's so much better than
the second my name is mentioned, there is a visible flash on everyone's screen vision or whatever. And just standing there is this 6 foot tall, blonde hair, slick back, probably the most beautiful man you've ever seen. At least he thinks that. Hands in his pockets, a purple blazer, kind of sleeves pushed up to the elbows, white t-shirt underneath. There might be some words on that t-shirt that says like big old critties or something like that. And nice. He's just standing there, smile on his face, reflective sunglasses on. And his his pants are stretchy, but they might be tighter than Cari's character's pants.
God damn it. Let's go. You're like
And
Johnny Bravo.
He's just standing there looking at the rest of you, and you hear, not in Nathan's comms voice, but in this character voice, "You've just been flashed."
You've just been flashed.
This is the only character it lets me pick. Why do I always get stuck with this type of character?
No,
This is
Nathan, I don't know what you're doing, man. I don't know what you're doing. But there's 32 characters to pick from. 32 of them.
33 with the DLC.
33 with the DLC. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
His system always glitch.
I don't think it's a glitch. I think he just wanted us to see his bulge. I mean, look at those pants. They're crazy tight. Like that's some graphic fidelity right there.
Of course.
Listen.
Of course you'd pick.
If I had that bulge, I'd wear these pants too.
Yes. He always just say it's glitch.
Is it a glitch? Is it a happy accident? You know? Steve, you definitely need to join. I don't really want to look at Nathan's character's bulge anymore. We need to see the cool space commando, please. Save us, Steve.
So I think at that point we see like this like giant metal capsule come rocketing in from space. These lights all on the outside flashing and blinking. It's got machine guns all over it, laser turrets, and then the smoke pours out of it. You hear clump, clump, clump.
Video
what the
game
hell?
Cari,
This isn't no Space Commando.
Cari leans to Chad and
on.
goes, "This is like that meme where it's like your custom character gets dropped into a cutscene."
Yeah, this character's got a goddamn poncho.
Look, okay. Look, you said you wanted a space theme. Okay, you said give me something with space. I can't control that the game only has one character that's space related in the DLC, and also you get your own level, buddy. Like, I don't understand what's wrong with that.
I look like the love child of Woody and Buzz Lightyear.
It does seem to kind of clash with the aesthetic, you know what I mean? Like the jungle mountain vibes, and then
Poncho.
Spaceman. Yeah, poncho, spaceman.
Cowboy hat.
Yeah.
Spurs.
I don't love that image.
Yeah.
Do you wait? Hold on. Wait a minute. Do you have the cowboy hat inside of the space helmet?
I didn't design it.
Who designs a character like that with the helmet? The hat is inside the. What purpose of having the hat inside the space helmet is there? I don't.
To the developer's credit, like the hat isn't glitching through the helmet, like you can actually see it contained in the helmet. That's pretty good. The graphics are pretty remarkable.
This is why I always play main content character. It's more better developed.
She's got a point.
Oh, really, Cari? Oh, really?
Yes.
You have 32 different kits available.
They have had 4 years to develop.
10 of which are women, right? And of course, the last thing you could have done was pick the fucking cat burglar. You picked the rogue out of all of them.
I mean,
of course I pick rogue. I had limited
pants.
time to develop character, and so I default to rogue. Sue me.
It's whatever. No. Look, I know your character archetype. It's fine.
Archetypes are important. Yeah.
It is where I am comfortable.
Right.
This is my escapism.
It's a new game. We're all trying to kind of feel it out. Makes sense.
I don't know many of these men. So, this is where I am comfortable.
I suppose should be the first to say welcome to Jumanji.
Do you know if I get a space horse?
What's a space horse?
Now, why would you get a space horse?
Because I'm fucking space cowboy.
This is too much DLC. We will fuck up the game. Let's just try to go with the flow and let Jeremy do his thing. I trust him.
We should look for an NPC. They'll usually kind of point us in the right direction.
Of course,
you know?
yes. The chaperone method.
Yeah, there you go.
one of those gold exclamation points.
Yeah, there you
Indeed.
go.
Yes.
I imagine if we
You're all
belonged
NPCs
to-
in my book. Why does this guy keep saying these things?
How dare you?
His catchphrases are great. The bulge, not so much. Anyway.
Just on cue, we hear the telltale sound of the drums of Jumanji beginning. And as you kind of turn around looking for the source, you see this icicle-laden cave entrance just in the near distance. And as the first of you kind of sets eyes on this cave, the drums abruptly stop.
I don't like this.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
That definitely feels like a plot point.
Well, hang on. And Gruff will reach into one of the pockets of his overalls and he pulls out a stick of dynamite first. I'm like, oh, nope, that's wrong. And then he's going to pull out a flare and he will kind of uncap the flare, which kind of ignites with this sort of phosphorescent red glow. Guess we're going in this cave. Am I going first or is someone coming with me up front?
You are very much going first. I will be going a close second.
All right, I'll take close second. And yeah, he'll start to move towards the cave with the flare kind of held out.
I go right behind him. I have my pistol drawn. It's a stupid 6-shooter from like the 40s.
I hope there are no jump scares in this game. I don't really do well with jump scares.
No, and I only have 6 bullets.
Oh, shit.
I
At least we
also have
12
knife
between the two
and
of you.
cigarettes. I have it on my character sheet.
This is amazing. Already. Oh, there we go.
I also have grappling hook. Not that it will be useful, but God bless.
You never know. You're way
Never know.
more prepared than I am. I have cigars, flares, bombs, and dynamite.
You
Bombs
have 2
twice.
bullets that are bombs?
Because I have twice as many bombs as cigars.
Obviously.
Obviously.
This makes sense. This makes sense.
Looking incredible.
You have this belief that you are so very good and we are so very bad. I watched Rocky in preparation for this game.
Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. So, you've now heard these drums calling, and Gruff, at least, and Kateryna are now heading towards this cave. What are the other 3 of you doing in the meantime?
I will I guess I'll follow.
Okay.
Probably in the third position. I think Flash is doing that thing, the shoulder cock, getting the arms loosened up and ready, kind of
Right.
wiggling the legs as he's walking forward just in case, getting the thunder and lightning prepared.
Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
All right. What about Ray and Sterling?
Well, I mean, I guess that way, partner. I hate you.
You, please, feel free.
You just want to look at my chaps. And I'll start walking in that direction.
All right. Yeah.
Is he walking? Is he walking with his little stupid hands on? Oh God, we're dark.
We're good.
Is he
We're
walking
good.
with his little dumb hands on his hips and going like kind of like?
No, I think he's fiddling with, like, you know, he's got a ray gun, obviously.
Mhm.
And he's got
my
these bullets
God.
around his belt that don't go in the gun.
Yes,
Like, they're there for aesthetics. So he's like, what the
dude. This is very Firefly, but like 60s reverb of Firefly.
It's got strong Flash Gordon
Yes,
vibes to it.
that's what I was going for. Yes.
Okay, perfect. All right, so you head into this cave. All around you, the shimmer of ice reflects the flare that Gruff is carrying kind of back at you in thousands of different facets that you can see. There are stalactites and stalagmites that are connected. Some of them are even like purely icicles you can see. And as you kind of head deeper into this cave, you see signs of other people. You see a crate here, a broken barrel there. You see torches glowing up ahead somewhere. And you can hear the sound of voices that sound a little irate. Soon, you actually come across a widening space. This underground passage that you're in widens into a large cavernous area, and you actually see the hull of a shipwreck that is covered in ice and rime. And there are torches that are set everywhere, and there are individuals that are kind of like in a knot, kind of pressed up against this ship, armed with what looks like maybe turn of the last century, like rifles and climbing axes. They're bundled up from head to toe, covered in like leather and fur. They very much look like explorers from kind of a bygone era. They've got goggles covering their eyes. They've got masks that kind of cover the lower half of their faces. And they also are covered in like frost, just all over their shoulders and the tops of their heads, on the front of their faces. It looks like they might have been here for a while. And you can see on the side of this ship the plaque that reads the HMS Perseverance.
Ooh. I think Kateryna is just like perplexed by this scene and isn't pointing her pistol at these people. They don't seem like a threat, really, but is just kind of like taking the scene in and is like looking at her counterpart, kind of just like waiting to see what he does in this situation.
I have a question for you, Jeremy. So this game that we are all partaking in, that we've purchased through various means, does it have like a listed objective that we're striving for? Or is it really just sort of like follow the points of interest?
Has to be like, ask the crew for information.
Yeah, basically.
So, yeah, the first level is called, oddly enough, the shipwreck.
Iceland. Oh, nice. Much better.
Nice.
And if you bring up the menu, if you will,
absolutely,
the objective, it tells you, is that there is an explorer named Federville, who is trapped on board the shipwreck of the Perseverance, inside of this frozen cave.
Okay. So yeah, I will exit the menu, and then Gruff will actually de-equip his flare, essentially tucking it away in his, like, what do they call it, like the cartoon pocket, basically just vanishes somewhere. And he'll look to the others and say, kind of lowering his voice, "So we're looking for this guy named Federville. He's inside the shipwreck. I don't know if those ice climber looking guys are our friends. We might need to, rough them up a little bit."
What are you talking about, rough up?
Well, like beat them up, fight them.
They are like tiny people. They are clearly not a threat. If they were a threat, they would clearly show up in red, or a red aura, or their name in red above their noodle.
Do they have a red aura, Jeremy?
Yeah, that's a great question. Do they have a great red aura?
If you put your cursor over them, absolutely.
Yes. Oh.
And the tag says Icy Mutineer.
Oh.
I read that as mutant ear for a second. I thought they were gonna have like 3 arms.
Why not both? I mean, they could be like mutineers. There's a lot of them too. How are we gonna do this?
I can take him.
Yeah.
Flash takes off his sunglasses, tosses them to the side. There's another pair of sunglasses already on it.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah.
So what's the
Infinite
plan?
shades. Never ends.
Infinite shade. I like the idea that when he takes off his shades, there's just another pair of shades.
Yep.
Endless shades.
The model doesn't have eyes. It's just the shades. It's just
Hey,
shades.
save
like
some animation money.
Yeah, hell yeah.
It also means that later on we'll escape by standing on top of thousands and thousands and thousands of sunglasses.
Just a tower of shades. Okay, we need a plan, guys. There's roughly how many of these ice climbers are there, Jeremy?
It looks like there's probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 24 of these guys.
Oh my god,
and
you
they
guys!
are
All right,
like amped up, and they're trying to like board this ship.
okay. So maybe like a distraction, and then some of us that are like faster or better with movement and stuff could like go in to get Midas, and then we get out because there's like a lot of bad guys.
Yes. I'm ready to go in and assert dominance, as the case may be.
Great. Who wants to assert dominance and who wants to be on team distraction?
It occurs to me that none of us
Hello,
played
all
a
you
healer.
ice climbers.
Oh no!
As soon as you say assert dominance to fucking Kateryna, she will take the fucking bull by the horns.
Okay, well,
that was a poor choice of words.
Gary, you're getting too into the role play.
Shut up. That's all gone now. So I suppose we just start.
Shit.
Perfect.
Does she understand that rogues aren't tanks?
I don't think so. You would think so, but I don't
No.
think so.
You guys need
No,
to shut
she
the fuck
doesn't.
up. I'm gonna talk my way out of this. Fucking sense motive.
I'm the diplomacy these bitches.
Persuasion. Perception. Something.
What's your diplomacy stat?
Yes, it's high. That's all
Somebody
you need
have
to know.
guidance?
Yeah.
Don't you worry. If I had to put a fucking number on it, my diplomacy stat is at a +10.
+10.
All right.
Oh my
Perfect.
god. I love
So it
this
sounds
much.
like
Yeah, I think
Kateryna is
the
going to
moment you say
try.
somebody has to be asserting dominance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kateryna is going to
Sterling's
try
assert
to
dominance.
Bear
get
in
a hold
mind,
of the situation.
Kateryna is just like trying to get their attention. She's not like gonna
Mhm.
fucking shoot anybody. She's
Understood.
just like trying to be like, hello. And
Yep.
that's
Got to
that's
control the
extent.
room.
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna be the
perfect.
first one to strike here.
Let's see. I think that this is probably going to be a hot check. So everything starts as a
hot.
D4 at the beginning.
Oh my god, that is a okay. So I just roll a D4 hot check.
Correct. Yep.
Alrighty.
If you get a high number, the highest number on the die, let me know because we blow up.
First roll of the game. Here we go.
Here we go.
I got a 3 of 4. 3 of 4.
Okay. All right.
I am 75% hot. I'm a C.
That's
Kateryna steps out from behind, wherever this meager cover that the rest of you are kind of crouching behind, and calls attention to all of the icy mutineers in the cave, who all kind of like stop. They're banging on the ship and they're climbing on the ship, and all kind of like in unison, all kind of turn. And Kateryna, you can see, dozens of pairs of like reflective goggle eyes that are just kind of like showing the red flare glow of Gruff's light source. And they all like start climbing down and making their way over towards you.
Yes. Hello. До свидания. We are here to discuss what you're finding on the good ship Perseverance. Anybody who is the I don't know, the czar among you. It would be good to know.
There's one of them that kind of like takes a half step forward, and he says, "Federville led us into a trap. We're not taking it anymore."
You know, trap is such an aggressive word. We are not here to be the aggressor in any any way, shape, or form. We are here to simply discuss the current state of the good ship Perseverance. Gentlemen, if perhaps you can lend, and at this point, Kateryna turns around to her friends and goes, "If you could lend any weight to my arguments, that would be very helpful." And is looking pleadingly.
Like the boys are all like crouching behind like a nearby rock.
I was gonna say, I think Gruff has actually, as you turn around, you just see this like short little man just like full on body dive behind a stalagmite. If I can make like maybe a sneak check to try to not be seen.
Please do.
He's dropped the flare. He's like, nope. I like strategic aspects of these games.
Kateryna uses a very clearly recently Googled Russian swear, and looks back at the people who are here and is like, "What do you mean he led you into a trap? Perhaps we can, if we had more information, we could perhaps help you and be allies rather than enemies."
Okay, first, we're going to see if their wits roll beats the 3 that Jason got on his sneak. Ooh. Yeah, okay.
Also, by the way, while you're doing that, if it changes anything or adjusts anything, Flash is definitely standing there in the open. Tail of the blazer blowing in the wind. Or what would be wind if anybody else felt it. Just kind of looking over this crowd that that's being talked to right now.
Okay. All right. So Gruff failed the roll, and he failed it by more than 5. Ooh. So you need to record that. Record that failure. You duck kind of like out of the way, and one of the other icy mutineers goes kind of around the rock and gruffly like handles Gruff, kind of grabs him about the collar.
Oh shit!
Says, "We got one snaking, boss," and kind of like, you know, handily kind of like pulls you out from behind this rock. No. And the one that's been talking to Kateryna says, "If you're still curious about what we're doing, then why are you sneaking around? You work for Federville?"
Certainly not. We do not work for Federville. We are not sneaking around. Sneaking around is such an accusatory way of putting it. We simply walked into this cave and saw you, and if I may be very frank, we presented ourselves fairly presentably to you. My friends are hiding because they are what you call I struggle for the word pussies. They are pussies.
Sure, and like if we were sneaking, would you have caught us? Like that doesn't really make any sense.
Clearly, Sterling is standing there out in the open. He has not been hiding. He's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" He's just like, "Oh god." Okay. So for the record, I don't know how long this dialogue continues, But if it keeps going any longer, I'm just going to start punching that guy in the face until he tells me what I need to know.
And Cari says to Chad, I was just waiting for you to fucking pick me up, dude. I'm doing all I can here. I'm dying,
fine.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm dying.
Thank you.
Dude, thank you.
It's fine. I got it.
Dude, it's a delight to play with you as
lunge,
always.
I'm gonna just charge forward, just like full Dukes of the Hazzard style, and just start wailing some haymakers. I think at that moment where like Flash takes off his sunglasses and is like, just to be fair, is Flash in like the melee circle with me and Kat currently, or no?
How the fuck is Flash not in the melee circle? I just need
I'm
to know.
assuming so, but I just have to check.
He's got Kick in his name.
Definitely. Okay. So I'm going to look to you. He goes, as much as I absolutely hate your character, you have one button that works 99.9% of the time. So maybe try tapping B over and over and over again.
And
he doesn't play on a controller.
Not in Nathan's voice, but in Flash Kicksilver's voice, you just hear, that's what I'm good at. And you see that leg just cock ready for a roundhouse kick.
The one and done. Bop, 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 bop. Yes. So there's this like epic slow motion action moment where like Silver and Silva are like in that action pose, his fist flying forward, your foot flying forward. It's so fucking great. Yes.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's rock and roll.
So as you guys are hashing out this pep talk, building up this moment, I need both of you to roll tough, please.
Dude, side note, the soundtrack is fire. Jeremy, well done. Well done.
I had to turn mine off because my computer couldn't handle it.
No.
So I did roll a 4 on my D4. That means I get to roll a 6 now, right? I blew up.
Chad, you exploded?
Yeah. I exploded, yeah.
All right. So, yes, you need to roll a D6 and you'll add that to this roll.
Okay. All right. Well, not as good. Not as good. That is a 1, so total of a 5.
Okay.
But let me check here some notes real quick, my friend. You said it's a tough check?
It was a tough check. Mm-hmm.
Correct? Tough check?
Yes.
So I have a skill called Grit, which means I can lower the DC of a tough check by 3 when resisting a brawl check.
Okay. This was not a brawl check.
So yeah, if they do a brawl check toward me,
yes,
it'll lower that DC.
Perfect. Okay.
I wanted clarification on that. So
100%. You are accurate.
You get to add the 4 and the D6 you rolled together, though, right? For the total?
Yeah, if you got a 1 on this D6.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do the 4, and then whatever you roll. Yeah, I rolled a 1 on the D6, so it would be a total of 5.
Right.
Gotcha.
And then, like Jason said in the chat, your tough die is permanently a D6 now until you blow up there.
That's so.
I got a 3,
cool.
by the way.
Yeah.
I love that mechanic.
Mm-hmm. What did you get, Nathan?
I got a 3.
A 3. Okay. So you both failed, but not by 5. So you won't record the failure. And it's not as bad as it could have been, as they all open fire on you as you close with them. Bullets kind of zinging past, probably grazing both Kicksilver and Silva, but not doing enough harm to actually take one of your lives away. So
who brings guns to a kick fight?
the clash is upon us. So
Please tell me you have a weapon of some kind, something, in case those don't work.
I've got 4. And he points at both legs and then holds up the 2 guns he brought with him too.
Natch.
Oh my god. Now I realize why I don't play Kicksilver. Jesus.
All right, so let's do initiative. How do we do initiative in this system?
Let's
Look
just
at
all roll a
size.
d20, and whoever gets the biggest goes
That's
first.
probably a good idea.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think there's
do
like
it.
a specific rule for it. Not that I can
There
see on the
maybe
four-page
is,
doc.
but it would take a bajillion years to look up, and
Mhm.
like, who cares? We're just doing our own thing here at Erasmus.
Right.
Let me tell you, the magic of Control F is not to be, disputed or
No,
doubted.
dude.
But
Control F is the show.
I don't think there is any mention of it in the 4 pages. So I think of rolling a d20 is an excellent idea.
Control
Yes.
F for respect.
Yes.
Control F for respect.
Okay, yeah. So let's do that. Let's roll a d20. Tell me what you got.
13 for Gruff.
I got a
Okay.
12 for Kateryna.
All right, all right.
I got an 8.
Okay,
14 on here.
13. Steve,
I got a 3.
3. Okay. So I rolled for the villains. They got 15.
Oof.
So
Oof.
they're going to get to go first.
Damn.
Okay, what are they going to do? Oh, okay. All right. They charge forward, having shot their rifles. They're going to charge forward with their pickaxes raised high. As they near, you can feel like the cold coming off of them. It is supernatural how frozen they seem to be. Any like glimpses that you happen to get of like extremities, like their noses or their fingers or what have you, you can see they're black with frostbite. So they charge at you, raising these high, swinging them. I need each one of you, please, to test your tough.
Oh yeah, let's go.
52.
Tough. Which is
Good.
currently at a D4 because everything's at a D4 to start, right?
Yes.
Welcome to the system. Never stop blowing up.
Hey,
Mhm.
Learn here at Erasmus Expeditions.
so
Exactly.
Jeremy, I got a 4 on the D4, so I blow up to a D6, and I got a 1 on the D6. But yes,
Got a-
I blew up.
You
I got a
exploded.
2. Bam.
2. Okay. All right.
And that was tough, correct, Jeremy? Just to confirm
Correct.
that?
Yeah. What did you get total again, Jason?
5.
5. Okay.
I got a 2 on that one. I rolled my D6 and I got a 2.
All right. Steve, Nathan, what you got?
Sorry, I was still rolling. I got a 4, so I blew up. I got a 6,
Another explosion.
so I blew up. And then I got a
2
1,
explosions.
so I got an 11 total.
Okay. All right. Steve, what'd you end up with?
I also rolled a 4 and then rolled a 5, so a total of 9.
Also, an explosion. Okay. So, all of you failed,
What?
but
Well, I mean, a 2 is not that surprising. I don't know why I'm surprised.
true.
Do I fail it even? Is this a brawl check? Like the resist? I also have great.
No,
numbers, I'm
it is.
asking.
It was against weapons.
Gotcha. Too easy.
But Gruff and Ray, you did not fail by more than 5.
Ooh.
So you're fine. Don't record the failed roll. However, the rest of you, please record your failed roll. And I am
I'm
sad
sorry.
to say. Go ahead,
Just
please.
because I'm learning the system. Where do we
Yeah,
record
absolutely.
a failed roll?
Just anywhere on your sheet. If you have like a notes
Okay,
section or something like that.
I will.
You can put it in wherever it lists the turbo tokens if you want.
Okay.
We're just not able to. You're not able to cash those in just yet.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Chad, to answer your question, you are kind of spotty sometimes. It seems like you might have a little bit of a delay, maybe. But for the most part, we can hear you when you're talking.
I genuinely don't know what's happening because this is wild. Okay.
Internet.
You're getting pulled into the game, Chad.
The internet, which is
too
perfect because
real.
we're all breaking the fourth wall here anyway. So, hell yeah.
As far
Two was
as
from
the
an
other
internet
three of you failing this check by more than 5, as they charge forward, they gun down and ice pick Sterling, Ray, and Kateryna. All 3 of which fall to the ground and go like into nothing.
Oh, do we like digitize into like nothing at all, or?
Yes, your body disappears.
God, it's like pixels.
So, Cari, you are now at 2 lives.
Ooh, okay.
Steve is now at 2 lives. And Sterling is also now at 2 lives.
I didn't fail by 5.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought it was Gruff and Ray
Oh,
that
sorry.
succeeded. And
Yeah.
Flash fell. I could be wrong about
Should be
that.
Flash.
I
Nope.
thought that's what it said.
You are absolutely right. I will. Steve is at 3. Okay. That should be right. Okay. As they all fall to the ground and their bodies dematerialize, after a second, you hear a strange noise. Apologies, players. You won't hear the noise. You hear this individually 3 times, and as the sound happens each time, these characters, Kateryna, Flash, and Sterling, fall from the sky. Come in through an opening where you can see the full moon, like in the artwork, and land like 3-point hero landing on the bottom of the cave, seemingly perfectly okay.
Oh, I
So
hate
now-
that.
In whatever order you wish, it is your turns.
In whatever order we wish.
Correct.
I fucking want to put one right between the eyes of the closest guy to me. Like,
Please do.
Immediately. How do I do that?
So what are you using? A gun?
My pistol.
A pistol.
My
Okay, so that sounds like
six-shooter.
a weapons roll.
Yes, it sure does. Let's go. Pistol. That's a 2.
A 2. Okay. Blam! You shoot one of these guys. He goes down in like a big, massive spin, kind of fur kind of like spinning out around him, and he lands face first on the cave floor, not moving.
Oh yeah! Amazing! Yes, I killed one of them. I killed him, says Cari, behind the controller of her PlayStation 5.
One down, only 20-something to go.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I just have a question. Who set it on crushing mode? There's
I'm pretty
20
sure-
guys in the first level.
Nobody
is-
set it on crushing mode, dude.
This
We're
is
just playing
honor
normal.
mode, man. You know,
Oh.
don't die. This is honor
okay.
mode.
We're all getting XP tonight. That's the whole point. Friday nights are for XP.
Chad, do something
All right.
cool.
Okay, we're gonna hope so. All right, fine. If that's how you want to play, let's go. And he'll just begin to like, I imagine like there's this moment where like he, you see him like run up to a piece of rubble that's inside there, and he'll begin to also like take cover and then begin to like shoot his pistol as well.
Absolutely.
And I will use my weapon die to do that.
Yes.
You slide in behind some
Well,
cover.
it would be lovely if that didn't like bounce out of the Wow.
It's a D4 too. It's going to be
It
fun to
just-
find later.
It decides that, hey, I don't want to be in your dice
I would be
tray.
tempted to sell
I would
merch
like to be
here.
on the floor.
Jeremy, do you have merch?
I do. That's Nathan's wearing one of my shirts.
Where's it at? Where do you buy it?
That's a great question.
I
think
Try
it's
to buy
spring.
Jeremy's merch. You find it on your own.
Let's be clear. Flash is also wearing Jeremy's merch.
Hey,
Sweet.
Yeah, you're goddamn right he is.
So that's a 3 there, Jeremy, on my weapon bag.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Sterling slides in behind some cover, John Woo style, holds his gun out sideways, shoots, and catches one of these guys in the shoulder. He falls backwards, kind of like parting, a small space between the two behind him, who just kind of trample right over him to fill in the hole as he kind of hits the ground and slides a couple of feet back, dead.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Let's go. We're fucking. That's what Cari says from behind the controller into her headset. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's go.
Fuck yeah, dude. I think I know Gruff had kind of been apprehended before, but I think while all this chaos is going on, this short little demolition man is going to try to get to the ship, to get to the objective, and hopefully get this guy Midas Federville out of the ship while the mutineers are distracted if possible. So maybe another sneak check, Jeremy.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Yeah, I think a sneak would work.
Come on, sneaky. Hey, I exploded, so that's a 4.
Another explosion.
And that's a total of 6. It's a big 6.
Dude.
Big 6. All right, yeah.
Fuck yeah, Gruff. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
There is so much chaos kind of unfolding where this melee is now kind of like breaking out. This gunfire is kind of being exchanged that you have no problem kind of like slipping away and making your way kind of around the outside edge of the cave towards where the Perseverance is kind of crashed up against this cave wall. And you're kind of looking at it. It's again kind of coated with ice. There's icicles hanging from it. It looks like it's been here for some time. So you kind of like look around and you spot what looks like a knotted rope net that would be kind of like tossed over the gunnel so that way people could like climb aboard from the water. There is one of those that is hanging over. It looks like it has suffered some like freeze rot. So like places where like it's so frozen through that like the fibers have literally like snapped or broken. So it looks like it could be a little perilous climbing, but it does seem to be a point of egress.
Okay, are there any like other damaged areas of the ship that I could see that might lead into like the hold or somewhere below decks, or does it seem like you said, that kind of rope ladder is the only way to kind of get on board essentially from where
I don't know that there are any holes in the hull of the ship currently. If only somebody had a way of creating.
Listen, I'm trying to be sneaky. Okay,
Holes.
we'll get to the good stuff in a little bit.
I feel like sneaky right now is a foregone conclusion.
So you're one of those players. You're going to end the game with 99 sticks of dynamite in your inventory.
Absolutely. I will save all the potions until the final boss battle.
Cari says to Jason, it's like, dude, just use your dynamite. You're fucking scuttling us,
man. I'm trying to go for the objective while you guys deal with the NPCs. It's called strategy. Get on my level. And he's going to go up to the rope.
I'm on your level. We're going to fucking lose. How's that for strategy? We're going to fucking die.
We just gotta
TPK, bro.
We just got to get the guy and get out of here. We don't have to fight all these guys. I will say, though, Jeremy, just because I know you mentioned this in the chat earlier, as he's kind of moving up towards the rope, there's a strange compulsion. He touches his chest. Does something happen when he touches his chest?
It
Apparently
does,
that's a thing.
actually.
Oh, what happens? Do I get like an outfit change? Another skin?
You touch your chest and
shit.
rectangle
that's
like
so
pops
cool.
up in the air right above you.
What
And
the
it says
fuck?
in big bold red letters, Demolitions Man, and then
Hell
has two
yeah.
columns, strengths and weaknesses. Under the strengths, it reads lucky, relentless, and demolitions, and under weaknesses, it lists the elderly and paperwork.
The elderly.
The elderly are pretty fucking scary. All right, yeah, he will file that away for later. I imagine he like touches his chest a couple times to see the menu go up and then go away, go up and go away, and then he'll move towards the rope, and that'll be it for him.
Perfect.
Is he weak because he is the elderly, or because he's weak to the elderly?
I'm weak to the elderly. They
All
smell like
customer service representatives.
they smell like tapioca and sadness. All right.
Menthol is your weakness, my God.
And misunderstanding of technology.
Exactly. No, I don't want to go on the Google.
No. You don't understand what a browser is. Help.
Perfection.
I would say, yeah.
Who else?
So who hasn't gone? Who hasn't gone yet? Flash. Flash hasn't gone.
Flash and Ray.
Flash 100-yard dash.
So in Nathan's mic, he's encouraging Jason to also blow the shit, but all everyone else can hear is Flash just repeating, "I'm kicking it." And he's just gonna go through and start kicking guns up. Get to the closest guy with a gun, kick it up in the air, and then as his foot comes back down, do a spinning back kick to the face. At least that's what he's attempting to do.
Perfect. Absolutely. Just button mash the hell out of it.
All right, that's a 4 on a D4.
Okay, that sounds like probably a brawl roll. So you explode.
It's a 1 on the D6, so a 5 total.
5. Okay. So yeah, you make it through at least 2 of these guys. Kicking guns up in the air, roundhouse kicking them. You managed to kick one of them one direction and another one the other, and they ended up like actually smacking into one another before they then slide to the ground, not moving.
Oof.
I should also mention that his hands are still in his pockets.
Absolutely. All right, Ray, what you got?
All right, first off, he knows he can turn off those voice lines, right?
Like, would he want to? I mean,
I'm kicking it. I'm kicking it. I'm
kicking
it. But I mean, voice lines are just so dumb. And I think at that point, Ray will step out from behind the rock that he was behind, and he pulls out 2 like stylized ray gun like 6-shooters. And all of a sudden, we get that
As MIDI music,
right? And right, and he like levels the guns, and he goes, "It's easy, just point and shoot." God damn it! And I will attempt to shoot one of these guys.
My God, dude! What do you mean 1? You got 2 guns.
Well, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot.
Absolutely.
What the video game lets me do.
Hell
roll me
yeah,
a weapons
let's go.
check.
So it's a 4 on the D4.
That's another
Going double gun Max Payne style
A
in the room.
6
What the hell?
on the D6.
A 6 on the D6. A second explosion.
All right, there
back.
has to
Oh
be
my God.
2 back.
Give me a D8.
Sitting at a D8 now.
There it is. D8 coming up. An 8 on the D8.
Holy shit.
Dude,
Out of the
we're
gate.
gonna be so OP at the end of this session.
Get it.
And only a 7 on the D10.
Oh.
So
All right.
4, 10,
only a-
18,
How
20,
disappointing.
25.
Carrie is
Good
sitting on her couch going,
Christ.
dude, you're gonna be so OP by the end of this session.
Did
So-
This is fucking
This-
unreal,
About
dude.
like McCree and Deadeye, everyone in the room with that bullshit?
So
This is
this
ridiculous.
this
You
brand
paid for
new
some fucking enhancements, bro.
DLC pay to play, pay to win
right, pay to win
character. His first time out of the gate shooting this new gun.
We said no
Steve,
paying for enhancements, bro.
What does
Way to
that
throw
look
off
like
the
as
balance,
you
Chad.
obliterate like swaths of these guys?
So I think the very first thing that happens is all of a sudden there's a bar that appears above Ray's head, and it starts filling up and then like glows really bright. And then there's this, instead of the guns like, individually shooting, it's that weird like Capcom, like Marvel versus whatever, where that giant beam comes out from the guns. And then you get this combo. What the shit?
Multi-kill.
Who makes this game?
And I imagine like where the laser beam like happened, like the top half of like all of those like icy mutineers are just like eviscerated. They're just like not there.
And I think it makes like a small 1-person sized hole in the side of the ship. There, I did it for you.
Thanks, Steve.
Perfect.
That was
Okay.
the coolest thing I've ever seen in gaming. Ever.
I think that's all of the players. All right. There are a mere dozen of these icy mutineers still remaining. They try their best to... okay. They are running towards you, now out of bullets, trying to get close to you, it seems. And as they do so, they start exploding, like shattering, and like icy shards that kind of like rain out from this center point of where they were.
Ooh.
There are a dozen of them left. So everyone except for Gruff, who's kind of still here at this part.
Oh shit.
I need you to make tough checks.
Oh God, I'm gonna die early. This is what's gonna happen.
That's what you guys get for charging a huge horde of enemies, just saying.
I got a 2 tough.
Okay. All right.
None of us
I
charged.
also
We
got
went
a
forward
2.
to speak.
That's
Sure, Cari.
that's a 3 on a D6. So
All right. All right. All right. Anybody else?
I'm gonna roll
5 for
for-
me.
I'm gonna roll
Okay.
4 eventually.
Flash, what you got?
I got a 2 as well.
2 as well. Okay. I rolled a 2. So
Good.
everybody is safe.
Good.
They
Pew,
run
pew.
forward and they're just again shards of almost glass, this almost like they were frozen solid. It's like T2 at the end of Terminator
Oh,
2.
dude, fuck yeah!
They're
It's
just
like
like
ice shrapnel.
blowing up, absolutely. But all of you managed to shield yourselves and your eyes from it enough to avoid getting wounded badly by these things. All right. With that, the cavern has grown quiet, but before we get to what happens next, Gruff, you are boarding the Perseverance?
Yeah, I think if Ray made a hole with his awesome KO laser beam, I think I'll definitely fit through that hole. Short little guy just kind of waddling up in there.
Can I immediately follow Gruff?
Absolutely. Yeah, you guys
Perfect.
are kind of like crossing, from where the distraction was taking place, where this skirmish just happened.
Distraction.
You're coming up kind of behind it. Well, yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, do they have loot on them?
Clearly
as I
an
stopped to check?
intentional.
Steve, one more time. What'd you say?
So do they have loot on them? As of course I stopped to check.
Smart.
I stand over their bodies and start running the cursor over them to see if there's anything like on there.
Carrie
Person.
goes, dude, what are you doing? Just get in the hole.
You do like a looting animation, just like.
Would like to pick up the laser
Dude, this
sword,
takes
please.
so fucking long. You know,
Yeah.
loot animation in this game is so fucking long, dude. Just go in the hole.
Just pick the auto loot option. God.
Embrace your inner loot goblin, Steve. Loot as
Dude.
much as you want. What do you find? Anything cool?
Unfortunately, not. These are, they're carrying literally
Yeah.
like rotten like cheese wedges.
Hey,
And-
Jason. No, Jason, what did they
Bones.
have? Jason, what did they have?
I'm in the hole. I'm in the hole right now. Steve is the one doing the looting.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry,
Hey,
Steve.
hey, I don't.
No,
Hey, you know
apologize.
what?
Steve,
You know
what
what?
did they have?
Some awesome cheese and a can of +2 sardines.
Oh
Shut
yeah,
up.
that was worth it. That was worth it. Good for you, man. Good
You
for
should
you.
save
Enjoy
the
that
sardines. We're probably going to need the sardines to open up like a sardine themed dungeon or something
No,
later
no.
on.
Enjoy that cheese and enjoy that common armor, bro. I'm sure that'll help us out. And I follow Kateryna follows Gruff into the
Hey,
hole.
what's the controller equivalent of Alt F4? Because I feel like Cari needs to press that.
All right. Gruff, you make your way inside. And just as you do so, there is the enormous thunder of another firearm that goes off as a blunderbuss is discharged in your direction, coming nowhere near you.
Oh shit!
But as you look up, you can see that the door to the captain's quarters at the rear of the ship has been damaged to the point where it looks like they probably have tried to like pickaxe it open at some point. So there's like splinters of wood that are missing, and there's the barrel of a blunderbuss that's kind of like stuck through it. And then after it discharges, the blunderbuss is kind of withdrawn, and then you see a face kind of like look up at this gap, trying to peer into the ship where you are. You see an elderly man who likewise is dressed like an explorer of the Arctic. He has ice like literally clinging to his mustache. And he's kind of looking in your direction, and he says, "Who are you?"
Hello, das vidanya.
Well, hang on. Midas Fetterville, I presume. Huh? That's you, right?
How do you know who I am?
And I think, like, just apropos of nothing, because we've like achieved this part of the objective, I think Gruff just automatically says, "Just MacDougal it!" And then and Jason's just like, I have no idea why he said that. Anyway, yeah, we were sent here to find you, to rescue you or something. Midas. I'm Gruff. This is Kateryna. We've got other people out there looting common cheeses and +2 sardine cans.
Yes.
Were you sent by Her Majesty?
Were we sent by Her Majesty, Jeremy?
No, absolutely not.
We were not sent by Her Majesty.
We are not. We do not believe in the monarchy in the current Soviet Republic. Anyway, we were curious about your current state of affairs here. We tried to ask your crew, but they were decidedly unhospitable.
They literally exploded several
Yes.
times.
Yes, many of them did explode before trying to kill us, of course. But we are here, and we hold no ill will towards you, of course.
So you're here to rescue me?
Absolutely.
Rescue is.
We're absolutely here. That's the objective, guys. That's the part of
That's
the game.
literally what it
Jason,
says
it's
in
literally-
the quest
it's literally-
log.
Yeah.
His
I'm-
fucking
I-
people tried to kill us. Maybe the whole rescue objective was a red herring.
They
You
were
don't
called
know.
I don't think so.
mutineers.
Yeah.
Get a damn dictionary, Cari.
Yeah, and not to say I'm looking at a walkthrough online, but I might be looking at a walkthrough online. Anyway,
Oh.
yeah, so we're here to
Well,
rescue
in that
you.
case,
Oh,
yes, of
wow.
course we are here to
Midas.
rescue you. Yes.
Yeah, totally.
Fetterville goes, exactly the same. So you're here to rescue me?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Full stop.
You hear like stuff being moved away from the door, unlocks it and opens it, and out steps a man who's probably not a lot taller than Gruff.
Wow.
Gruff, however, he is old,
You're real
Like-
old, dude.
elderly, old.
Oh no!
Oh,
Yeah, I imagine
my
like
God.
it's like that when a character is like weakened or something, or like low hit points, like Gruff just starts like flashing red. He's just like, oh crap, I don't feel so good, you guys.
Fetterville walks directly up
Oh,
to
God.
you and says,
Oh,
"Thank
God.
you so much," and he
Oh,
extends
God.
his hand towards you to shake it.
Carrie is that Jason, dude? What's going on with your character, bro?
I don't
You
know.
got,
He's like
you're
he's like
sparking.
the controls are all weird. I'm gonna try to dodge back. I think Gruff just like does a backflip to try to get away from this old man. Ah!
Gruff,
Stop.
I need you to make a wits check.
Oh shit.
However,
God.
because we are dealing directly with one of your weaknesses,
Yep.
it will be at disadvantage. So you'll have to
Oh,
roll
man.
twice and take the lower of the two.
Okay, so the first one's a 2, and the second one's a 1. So that's a 1.
Okay. Gruff explodes.
Oh no!
Oh my God.
Oh shit!
What's happening?
He literally pops like a balloon.
Huh. Dude, you're already down to 1. Stop.
And
then no, I'm not. I'm down to 2. All right, just like you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought that was already. I thought you were at 2, and then you exploded 1 more.
Mm-mm.
My bad.
Nope.
My bad.
Wait, did
I'm
he die to an old man?
Yeah, so I'm
He
looking
did.
up. I mean, I'm not looking up on this wiki at all, but like it's one of my character's weaknesses, and so
Bro.
apparently they can literally kill you,
He
which is
Bro.
killed
bad.
you with a hand Shake.
Yeah,
How
man.
the fuck?
Touch your
As
chest.
usual.
Touch your chest.
As usual, Jason picks a fucking dude that's allergic to old people. That's great. Good.
I mean,
pick,
that's
Jason.
honestly that's my archetype. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Listen,
We hear
Ray
the
will
respawn
touch his
we're getting
sound.
killed by Ben
And
Gay and
Gruff comes
Werther's.
down.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Great
Okay.
pick, bud.
I'm back.
All right.
I'm back. All right, someone else is gonna have to take the lead with the old guy.
I got it. I got
I'm
it.
backpedaling. I'm
Ray.
backpedaling out of the shit.
Hello, das vidanya. Anyway, and
Ray,
I
when
I
you
think
touch your
Kateryna-
chest,
yes.
Mhm.
Sorry, God.
your menu pops up
Oh.
above your head, and in yellow says Space Cowboy, Strengths, Inspiring Grit, and Duelist, and then weaknesses, a pretty face,
Dude,
and sarsaparilla soda.
incredible.
What the hell, sarsaparilla
Oh, wait, I
soda?
should probably do that for myself.
Yeah, you guys should all
And,
like touch your chests
yeah.
at some point.
Is that like root beer?
I guess, kinda. I remember from like Fallout, right? Like
Sarsaparilla.
Sunset Sarsaparilla was
Yeah,
from
Sunset
Fallout
Tommy,
games.
Sarsaparilla,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Tommy root beer.
Nah, dude, I looked
Right.
it up. It's like it's soda based, like on like molasses sugar. It's different than like like our Coke or whatever.
So I just
Sound-
don't.
sounds
I
fucking
don't.
gross.
I just don't drink a soda. I don't explode. Easy enough.
That's good, easy. All you're
Yeah.
allergic to is a pretty face. Good thing that'll
Yeah.
never come up.
I don't think Jason was planning on touching old people, so
Yeah,
he
I mean,
exploded.
honestly, it's probably a good idea to know our weaknesses and strengths before we, talk to the elderly, because apparently
Yeah, how do
that
you-
could be
how
a
do you pull-
problem.
Dude, how do you pull up your weaknesses and strengths?
You got to touch your chest.
I do it immediately.
Perfect. And Kateryna's menu pops up in dark
Oh.
blue. It says
Yes.
world-renowned master criminal. Strengths, burglar, escape artist, stealthy. Weaknesses, rats, and emotional availability.
Yay! Awesome.
Wow.
It's like, oh, that's perfect. Good, good. See how I built my character, so there's never going to be anything that comes up to hurt me.
I mean, I didn't think we'd be encountering old people, but here we go.
Yeah, well, Kateryna's not going to be encountering any fucking speed dating, bro. I got this. This is perfect.
That's what you think. That's what the sardines of +2 strength or whatever unlock is the speed dating sardine dungeon.
We'll see. We'll see, man.
Amazing.
Well,
Okay, well, I feel like it's
considering how shallow this character has been so far, I'm a little worried about what I'm gonna see in Flash touches his chest.
Okay. Flash touches his. Up pops his menu in purple. Says the flashy fist. Strengths, smokin', flashy, and martial artist. Weaknesses, money, and sunglasses.
Dude, what does fucking smoking mean? What does that mean? What is
It's
your
one of the
I assume.
abilities.
Ooh,
It's
nice.
one of the skills.
Okay.
It actually lets you lower the DC of the hot check when you're making first impressions.
Oh no shit, that makes sense. Okay. I like it.
Perfect.
Dude,
Okay.
Chad, what are you allergic
last
to?
to go. Allergic? Oh God, I don't know. Sterling, please don't let me down. Please just be a cool ass character with no fucking flaws.
Pops himself on the chest.
Sterling activates his and up pops in gray. Treasure hunter. Strengths, transporter, grit, protector. Weaknesses, snakes, and lactose.
Bitch, you're lactose intolerant?
Oh no way!
That's
no
rough.
way!
That's
No,
rough, son.
I throw
That's
I throw
rough.
cheese at him.
Love-
Oh no! Not the rotten cheese wedge.
I actively back the fuck up. I backpedal like. First of all, that's fucking murder. If you try to kill me with a cheese wedge. Second of all, lactose intolerance. What kind of fucking weak ass shit is that?
That's a good point.
I'm
Why'd
the
you put it?
coolest fuck.
Listen,
Oh
I'm
no.
the
called the-
fucking cover art.
my guy's called the Flashy Fists, and he hasn't taken his hands out of his pocket.
That is true. I noticed that. I thought that was a little weird.
Also, I have a weakness to sunglasses. I'm wearing sunglasses. My weakness must not work the same.
Bro.
maybe it's like if you ever take all of them off, even though you have sunglasses under sunglasses,
Yeah, dude.
something happens.
Or if you change
take
to
all
a
your-
different set of
Ah,
sunglasses.
there you
it
go.
explodes. So
There you
don't ever
go.
change.
What if it's someone else wearing sunglasses?
Yeah,
That's
like
what
if
I'm
you
worried
encounter
about.
someone else wearing
probably right,
sunglasses,
man.
you can't have those sunglasses reflected back in the same sunglasses.
So it's like a Medusa thing.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Yeah,
mhm,
yeah.
mhm. God. So wait,
This game
the
is
character
weird.
has my
Better.
the character has my actual own weaknesses, snakes and lactose. I feel called out. I feel called out.
Yeah,
now.
no, dude.
Wait,
I
you're
like
afraid
that
of
my
snakes?
character. I like
Yeah,
that my
Lactose
character is
intolerant,
just a-
Chad?
Snakes and lactose. I hate both.
Wow.
This is great.
I
Wonderful.
like that the one girl's defining characteristic in this game is that she's a little bit cold, and then Chad just dies if he fucking eats pizza. Like, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
This is really weird and imbalanced. I will have to review this on GameStop.
Or like leave a comment somewhere on like the developer's website or something.
Yeah, this
you know?
is bullshit.
You know,
Please,
This
please
is- I'm glad-
rebalance Kateryna.
Guys,
I'm glad this game is just in beta. We're gonna have to
remember, it's
fucking-
one programmer. It's one programmer.
That's right. It's an indie
Obviously.
studio. We're in early
One
access. I
programmer.
keep forgetting about
And
that.
One
they're already doing
programmer who's
DLC.
been working nonstop.
Fetterville is
Cash grab. Cash grab.
This game isn't even
Fetterville
finished.
meanwhile
DLC.
has been Fetterville meanwhile has been standing by,
He's
just
doing
like-
idle animation.
just like doing idle animation,
Just
and
doing,
he
like-
repeats in the exact same way. So you came here to rescue me.
Kateryna, we need
So
to
you
get this
came-
man moving. You go and handle him. I'm outside of the ship
Yeah,
with the
I will.
others, away from the old man.
I click on Fetterville immediately, and I'm like, "Hello, das vidanya," because that is my hello greeting in this game.
Absolutely.
And hello, das vidanya, and I would just say, "So, what are our next steps?"
Excuse me, but are you Kateryna Kovalenko?
Oh, why yes, I am. Of course, I am quite famous.
The world-renowned master criminal?
Well, of course, it depends on who is asking, but considering you might not leave this cave alive, yes, that is who I am.
Perhaps it might just take a thief to catch a thief.
You're behind the computer. Carrie's like, "Goddamn right, yes, yes, this is such a fucking hook." And then on the screen, it is very much like, "Yes, it just might."
Thank goodness you've come. Now that the Tear of Winter has been stolen, there's no telling what might befall Jumanji. The vile, evil Dr. Gorgonzo has taken it for himself.
Carrie behind the fucking controller is like, "Fucking Doctor what?
Hey.
Doctor what?"
Some of these names are a bit rough.
Chad, is Gorgonzo a type of cheese?
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
No, that's
Well, guys,
Gorgonzola.
I guess I'm not going to be able to finish the last level. That. Okay,
Maybe-
I'm going to be
maybe it'll
fighting
be
off
like-
all.
It'll be
all
like a
the mini
multi-phase,
bosses while you
yeah.
guys go after the big one.
It'll be a multi-phase boss fight. You just take care of the minions. We'll
You'll
take
go
care
after
of
the big
Cheesemate.
cheese.
Yeah,
and
hey,
I'll be
yeah,
the one to
yeah.
take out everybody
Kateryna
else.
takes this man by both of his hands and like holds them and says, "What must we do? What is our mission here?"
You must find Dr. Gorgonzo and stop him. You must get the Tear of Winter back before whatever nefarious plot he must be undoing.
What is the Tear of Winter and how do we get it?
And ask him where we go next.
And where do we go next?
Nailed
The
it.
Tear of Winter. The Tear of Winter is an
welcome, you're
ancient
welcome, brother.
artifact, a jewel, much like a diamond. But it has the capability of freezing water and the controlling winter. The reason that this cave has become so inhospitable is because he stole it from me. I was given charge of it by Her Majesty. Clearly I have failed. Please, return it to me, so that I can complete my mission and go home.
Well, where did he go with it? Can you give us any more guidance on this matter?
As if on cue, we hear the sound of an engine approaching from outside the cave. He said, more help has arrived. First, before you go, however, I would like to reward you for your efforts in rescuing me. Please, help yourselves to what's in my chest. And he indicates an area on the other side of the ship that has a chest sitting off to one side. And as you approach, the lid automatically just opens. And inside you can see a golden glow emitting.
Da-da-da-da!
Wait, wasn't someone allergic to money? Someone might need to stay away from this treasure chest.
Nobody's allergic to money here. Kateryna is vaguely intolerant to capitalism, but that's it.
I'm pretty sure someone had a weakness to money. Anyway, the rest of us should be okay to loot it.
Do we all get like a bonus to a skill because of this?
So, instead of turbo tokens, the chest that you, as you arrive, as you like get closer, you realize that it is not filled with coins. It is actually filled with golden apples.
Ooh.
Wumpa fruit.
The audience will hear this read first. So
you've unlocked golden apples. When a character in Jumanji fails a check, they get a golden apple, which can be spent 1
There's
to
an
1
AI
to
voice reading
increase
it
the
right now.
value of a die
I
roll.
love an AI voice.
If a die roll is increased to its highest value, it triggers a blow-up as if the highest value had been rolled. If both characters are in the same scene, players can spend golden apples for friends, but at twice the cost.
Yes, Cari, if you would please.
Oh my god, I can? Oh my god. You've unlocked golden apples. When a character in Jumanji fails a check, they get a golden apple, which can be spent 1 to 1 to increase the value of a die roll. If a die roll is increased to its highest value, it triggers a blow-up, as if a highest value had been rolled. If both characters are in the same scene, players can spend golden apples for friends, but at a 2 times cost.
So I have a question for you, Jeremy. So I have some abilities for my character that specifically are associated with turbo tokens. Would those generate golden apples instead? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yep. We are just calling turbo tokens golden apples in this game.
I love
it.
Because I was able to find a picture of a golden apple.
That's awesome. Good.
Getting some like serious Crash Bandicoot vibes. It's great.
How many turbo tokens had each of you recorded?
Is that just failed rolls?
Yes.
One per failed roll. Is that correct?
1 per failed roll.
Okay,
yeah.
so then I have 1.
Is it any failed roll or just the failed by 5 roll?
I'm sorry. It is actually any failed roll. I just was remembering that incorrectly at the beginning. All right. So Jason, you said you had 1.
1 failure, and also because of my relentless ability, I gain 2 additional golden apples whenever I fail a check. So I would actually have 3 total.
So you'd have 3. Okay. Mm-hmm. Cari, you said 1.
Just 1. Yes.
Alrighty. Anybody else?
I believe I had 2.
All right, Nathan's got
I believe
2.
I am up to 3. Outside of that first explosion, I think I have failed all of them.
All right. So 3 for Sterling. What about Ray?
So I only failed 1 roll, but I also have inspiring. So every time I succeed, I can give an ally of my choice a golden apple.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So I will actually give my golden apple. Let's see, where are we? To Kateryna.
Okay.
Kind of even numbers out.
All right, that puts Kateryna at 2. Flash at 2, and then Sterling and Gruff both at 3, and then Ray, you are currently at 0. So those are now added to your to the overlay, so we can keep track of them there as well. If you earn one, please just let me know. I will add it to the screen. Okay. So you have earned golden apples. Federville has rewarded you for rescuing him. As you kind of head outside to investigate the sound of the approaching engine, you see a hovercraft approaching. The kind that has like an enormous like rubber like air bladder on the bottom side that helps it like levitate off the ground on a cushion of air. I don't know who's seen it, but the end of Rumble in the Bronx with Jackie Chan. So it looks like that, except that it looks like it has been like cobbled together with like a swamp boat and maybe like a rescue raft of some kind. This thing is literally making its way up like this frozen river that kind of like makes its way through this mountain. And it kind of pulls up to where you're kind of exiting this cave and turns sideways, and you hear that kind of engine kind of die down as it kind of like slowly deflates and lowers itself to the ground. The hatch kind of on this vehicle kind of opens, and out steps a woman who might, maybe, possibly rival Kateryna in the looks department. She steps out wearing a leather jacket that has like armored pads on the shoulders. She has a helmet that she takes off, and as she takes her helmet off, she like shakes her hair loose, and it immediately kind of like blows in the wind, and you can see her collar popped up, her shirt nice and low cut to show this giant gem that she has kind of seated on her chest. She steps out kind of onto the gangplank and kind of looks down at all of you, and she says, "Well, are y'all coming or what?"
Oh my god.
As soon as a southern accent comes out, Ray explodes. Like just
Oh shit! Ray, no!
Pretty face.
He
Yep.
does. God damn.
Absolutely.
Damn.
Kateryna goes, "Who are you?"
In Nathan's headset, he's saying something, but all that comes through is, she's all right, but she's no Flash.
You know, you're not wrong, I guess.
You hear Cari in the headset. You hear just before she goes mute, go like, "You gotta be fucking kidding me."
It's just pixels, Cari. They can't hurt you.
God damn it, dude. God damn it, dude.
Whenever somebody asks, "Who are you?" whenever Kateryna kind of demands, this identity,
Mm-hmm.
she says, "Well, you never heard of me?
Mm.
No.
I'm Captain Angel Dynamite."
Jesus.
Oh
Jesus.
Captain Angel Diamond?
Angel Dynamite.
Angel Dynamite. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Peak level name.
You know, I'm something of a dynamite expert myself. We should get on your hovercraft.
You don't say.
Guys, I swear, this is like automatic dialogue. I am not inputting this right now. Yeah. I do say.
See, that's what I've been saying this whole time.
Why don't we go into your hovercraft? All of us, we can make some explosions. I mean, see where the tier of winter is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm here to take you down the mountain, see if we can't help you get this tier winner. Y'all coming or what?
Hell yeah. Gruff will get into the hovercraft.
I
Perfect.
suppose.
Cari, as Kat steps onto the hovercraft, Sterling will put a hand on your shoulder and be like, "Just so you know, I personally think you're the hottest one of the entire crew. Don't worry."
And Kateryna turns around and gives you a wink, and behind the controller, be like, "Dude, Chad, I'm really flattered by that. Thank you."
Yeah,
Obviously,
you're welcome. I mean, look,
yeah. how am I supposed to like stand against like a like an in-game character? That's bullshit.
Yeah,
That's not
I
even
know. Look,
realistic.
it's pixels versus real life. So it's. I just wanted to give you
I did
props
my
so
best.
you understood. Yeah,
Thanks,
you're great.
bro.
You're
Thanks,
great.
man.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I mean,
Okay,
I don't
great.
know why you're lying to her, Chad. Obviously, the most attractive person in the crew is Flash. I mean, let's be real.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
He's got sunglasses on top of sunglasses.
And Cari laughs, and she's like, "I'll take the silver medal to Flash."
I have
Perfect.
I
Fair
have,
enough.
Yeah, you take the silver medal. Yeah, you'll take the silver medal as Silva and as Silva hops on board. He's just like, I think he's a little dejected, like because Chad's dejected. There's a moment of like his personal dejection of being like, I'm fucking allergic to cheese. And this is not the character I signed up for. How do I back out and reboot? How do I back out and reboot? What is happening?
Captain Dynamite offers any of you who might be interested a cold beverage. Beer?
Yes, please.
Well,
Absolutely.
milk if you want it.
Oh no, beer, please.
No. I'll take the beer, please. Thank you.
I will have vodka, please. Nothing else.
It's very specific, and I don't think that was on offer, Kateryna.
There's a
It
moment
was
where
one of my pre-selected dialogue options.
Here, that
There's a
might have
moment
been
where,
Cari that said that.
yeah, there's a moment where like Angel Dynamite like doesn't respond, and then suddenly she says, "Of course, we've got vodka. Here." She like reaches into like a cabinet, that wasn't like opened at all before, and pulls out this bottle and pours a glass for Kateryna. All right.
Amazing.
Some adaptive programming. It's great.
Yeah, was this scripted with adaptive AI? That's pretty good.
Yeah, right? For an indie developer.
Procedurally
selling DLC.
generated in a basement? Wow, that's awesome.
As you board this janky ass hovercraft and begin to head down the mountain, she gives us a little bit of exposition. Welcome to Jumanji. I've been so anxious for your arrival. As you know, Jumanji is in grave danger. We're counting on you to help save us all. The nefarious Dr. Gorgonzo has set his sights on stealing the jewel known as the Tear of Winter for his next vile scheme. With this powerful gemstone in his grasp, he no doubt plans on freezing the waters from the fabled Fountain of Youth, which he has coveted for decades. His plan is pure madness, and would endanger all of Jumanji. I'm certain you five will stop him, and secure peace for these lands. The goal for you, I'll recite in rhyme. Prevent the evil doctor from reversing time. If you wish to leave the game, you must save Jumanji and call out its name.
Hear that, Flash? You gotta call out its name. Nathan, did you hear that? You gotta call out its name.
What did it mean if you want to leave the game? Like, does that mean like we can't stop playing until we? That seems a little like weird, right?
Bro, we're gonna have to stop playing in about 45 minutes.
Yeah, right.
because
People
I
have
have
work.
What if I
time.
gotta?
Yeah.
What if I gotta pee? Does that mean I can't put the game on pause and
Yeah, bullshit.
and leave?
It's an
Or-
MMO. You can't pause an MMO.
Yeah, or like a Dark Souls thing,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
we
okay,
can all
yeah.
agree to pause an MMO.
Right.
There are
I mean, we
five
can
of
wait
us,
for
and
you,
we're all-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
As
not
a
like
matter
the
of
game
fact-
long game.
can like control us or anything.
right? That'd be weird.
As a matter of fact, I think this is a great place for us to take our break.
Ah.
So we're going to take a 10-minute bio break. We're going to come back, and then we're going to get to the second part of what we have in store tonight for Jumanji All Blown Up. So sit tight. We will be right back and see what else is up our sleeves.
Heck yeah.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back from our break. Hopefully, Chad will be able to rejoin us here in just a moment. And I think he has been experiencing some internet difficulties. So it wouldn't be a game of mine without some kind of tech issues. So we've now checked that button and are ready to move on. All right. So we are rejoining the group of you in this janky hovercraft being driven by Captain Dynamite as you head down this mountain back towards more of the heart of Jumanji and out of this frozen area. But you're not there just quite yet. Is there anything that is being discussed or done while you're riding this vehicle down the mountain?
I mean, I think Kateryna would be kind of just sitting there and doing something sexy, like smoking a cigarette. And she would just like say something to the effect of, "It's like, well, this whole Dr. Gorgonzolo, that seems very I don't know, lactose forward to me, and I think that would probably be upsetting to our dear friend Sterling. Wouldn't you say, everyone?"
Yeah, I think Gruff and actually Jason are also a little quiet. They're kind of thinking over the rhyme and like this idea of like leave the game. I think that's kind of like stuck in my craw. But then when he hears this sort of voice line from Kateryna, Gruff will pipe up. I imagine just going from like slack-jawed and empty-eyed to, yeah, no, that's a good point. He might not do super well against a cheese-themed villain. So maybe he should stay with the captain until we're sure that things are safe for him. Don't
I'm
want him
sure
to pop.
he would be more than happy to stay with the captain.
I mean, I would be too.
I'm sure you would.
What? I like dynamite.
Yes, I'll bet.
Literally. I don't know. What do you think, Ray and Flash? Flash and Ray? Ray Flash. Flash Ray.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna need Silva's help if we're gonna take down Garbanzo, Dr. Garbanzo.
It is Gorgonzo, not like the bean, but like the cheese. I feel like this
Right.
is like integral to something that might be a weakness to us as a party.
Especially if he's old.
Is Gorgonzo an actual cheese? I was making fun of Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola is a cheese, yes.
Right.
Could be like a shorthand, though.
Yes. Well, it's like a nickname, but just skipping one syllable. Not
Right.
very much of a nickname. It's like a
Right.
Nicola name.
A Nicola name. Huh.
We used to call him Nicola names, but that is a very cultural, I think.
What?
I feel like we
just
should
smile and nod, Ray. Just smile and nod.
I feel like I have a feeling that it's our good friend Sterling might be re-entering the game. I don't know why I'm having this feeling, but I think that perhaps he might be rejoining us, and I feel like we should wait for him.
I'm gonna poke his
This is just my
avatar.
feeling.
Gruff walks over and just starts poking Sterling. Hey.
Quit doing that. You could screw him up or something.
Hey,
Hey,
there it
you!
is.
And he
Good,
just
good to have
slams
you back,
across-
Sterling. Good to have you back, Sterling.
So, what did I miss?
Cheese.
We were just talking about the lactose nature of our potential villain and what to do about him.
I wonder if I could acquire some rubber gloves, and then that would prevent me from touching any cheese. Then maybe I could punch him with the gloves.
I don't know, because like when Sexy McSexy Captain over there just spoke, it caused Ray to literally explode. He didn't even have to touch her.
This could be a problem. You might need more than gloves. Perhaps a full body condom.
Like a hazmat suit.
Indeed.
I wonder.
Hold on. I got an idea. Shunk. Pull the helmet off.
Oh, that's smart.
Oh, that's so smart. That's so smart. It's like, what
If I can't smell the cheese,
Spunk.
then maybe I won't explode.
I just put my space helmet on you.
It's all muffled now.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate that a lot.
That's damn smart, Space Cowboy.
Yes.
I hope this works the way I want it to.
Carrie's
So now
behind
I'm
the
just-
screen going, this is the stupidest shit that's ever happened. There's no way the programming had this in mind.
I like the party banter though. You know, it really helps you kind of get to know the characters a little more. Helps you get invested. I
if
like it.
nothing else, it makes this whole thing kind of make sense, but there's no fucking way this is really going to work.
Well, you know how it is. It's like there's a combat section, and they string it together with some like connective narrative tissue, and then there's a combat section, you know, or a big set piece.
Jamming a square peg in a round hole.
Well, there might be a puzzle or two also.
Oh yeah,
That's
for
true.
sure.
Right.
I'm 100% hoping for puzzles.
You're a big puzzle guy.
Yeah, I'm a treasure hunter. Of course I'm a puzzle guy.
Hey, you could have fooled me. Anyway, how much longer until we get to where we're going there, Captain?
Oh, it's just up ahead.
Great.
As if on cue, again, you see her kind of like look out the windshield of this vehicle up towards the sky, and she says, "Oh no, I should have guessed. We're not out of this yet." Looking out the windows, you see more of these icy mutineers. Except as they are making their way down the side of the mountain on I just completely lost the term.
Toboggans.
Snowmobiles.
Oh.
They're on snowmobiles. And as they're racing their way down the mountain, you notice that they are trailing purple kind of behind them. Their eyes, kind of from beneath these goggles that they wear on their faces, are kind of glowing with a purple like light. They start closing in, and you hear pching, 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 as they are firing these rifles at this vehicle. She says, "Oh no! If they hit the airbag, we're all dead."
Give me the wheel.
Sterling will move to take the wheel.
As you do so, Sterling, you brush close to Captain Dynamite, and she looks at you and says, "Sterling, are you sure?"
Absolutely, love. Nothing shines brighter than silver.
And he'll.
Oh my!
That's pretty good,
God.
honestly. You know, pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that's my line.
Is it?
I think you misjudge, Kicksilver. I think you misjudge. Now, let me do my job.
And he'll like pull back on whatever yaw the speed is on this. However, you're gonna. I don't know how to operate hovercraft. I just don't. But
Well,
however you would do, I
We're gonna
would.
figure it out together.
Hovercraft.
I think as Sterling, like, you know, takes the wheel with command, Captain Dynamite kind of like steps back to give him room to drive, and she kind of looks over to Kateryna as if like, I mean, right?
Yeah, and Kateryna, despite her pride, kind of like shrugs and sort of nods over at her for sure. Yes.
Okay. So, while Sterling is going to be driving, or at least attempting to, what are the other four of you going to be doing?
Flash is going to approach Gruff, kind of as Sterling goes to take over the driving, and for whatever reason, I don't know if anybody else knows, but if somebody was watching this game being played, they would know that this is a question that Flash would definitely ask Sterling normally. This is a very Sterling question, but since Sterling's going to be busy, he's going to walk over to Gruff and ask, do you think I could kick these bullets back at them?
Oh my god.
If anyone can kick these bullets, it's you, Kicksilver. Go for it.
And Jeremy, I think if you'll allow it, that's what Flash is gonna try to do. He's gonna start trying to kick bullets back at these people shooting rifles at us.
That sounds fantastic.
I think kind of as this brief conversation ends, I think Gruff's sort of avatar sprite, whatever, is looking at Captain Dynamite, just the look that she's exchanged with Kateryna, and he's like, I got to get her attention back. And so he reaches into his overalls and he pulls out just like it is like a classic Acme style cartoon bomb with multiple sticks of dynamite taped to it. There's a little timer. It's just trailing fuses, and it has the words "the MacDougal Extra Deluxe Super Special Awesome Annihilator" painted on the side in just bright yellow sloppy letters. And he looks to Sterling and he says, Sterling, keep this damn thing flying steady. Let them get close, but not too close. And he's going to prep to throw this just massive explosive that he pulled out of this hammer space that he has.
Oh my god, it's like the size of a beach ball.
Absolutely, yeah. He's just like,
Nathan says, every time there's a pretty girl, he pulls out his dynamite.
You gotta pull out your dynamite.
It's like I always say, just MacDougal it, baby.
Cari is like slumped into the couch going, yeah, this tracks.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the characters clearly have a deep emotional connection, you guys.
Yeah, of course.
Her name is Dynamite. He loves Dynamite. It only makes sense.
It really does.
I'm sure you'd love to get a deep emotional connection with fucking what's-her-face Dynamite. Yeah.
Listen, she's just pixels, but you can, they're really pretty pixels. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do. I'm prepping this big bomb. So, Ray, what are you doing, man?
All right, so hear me out. I have a lasso.
You do.
I mean, it's a space lasso, I guess. But
wait, does it actually say space lasso on it?
I literally show you the handle and it says space lasso.
Shit, that's fucking cool, dude.
Space lasso TM.
Yes.
Yep. I guess I'm on a lasso then.
You know, people in space don't put the word space in front of the things they use, right?
They do when it's in a video game, Nathan. Don't
hold on.
Don't question it.
Sir, Kicksilver. 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 I rest my case.
He's got a point.
You just see like a red microphone appear next to Nathan's name in the chat.
What about Kateryna?
I think Kateryna would kind of like just sort of eventually like pull her cigarette out, flick it to some nondescript part of the ship, and like pull out her pistol and be like, well, this is all I have. I will go out onto the window and just shoot at them. I will shoot at them.
That works.
This is best I have. And Cari goes, this mission really was not built for my character. I feel cheated and
not a lot of stealth options for
not a lot of
master
stealth
criminal.
Options.
Yeah.
No. Not a lot of dialogue options, not a lot of stealth options. This is fine. I'm sure there's a mission for my character coming, but right now
I mean it's in beta, so maybe that'll be added.
I'm sure it'll work out. And Kateryna goes, I will shoot at them. And she sticks her head out the window and she just starts I just started blasting.
So I just
start blasting. Perfect. All right. So I think we're gonna say No. Sterling, let's get your drive check up front. Let's find out how bumpy of a ride this is going to be.
Let's do it.
Ooh, okay, yeah, exploded.
An explosion. That's a good
Let's
start.
see if okay, so that's a total of 6, but I have transporter, which will lower the DC of the drive check
By how much?
3 to avoid pursuers.
Hell yeah. Okay,
So-
perfect. So, Chad, what I would like is please describe the most ridiculous, bonkers handling of this makeshift hovercraft as you are racing down an ice-covered mountain.
You have asked me for the right mission, sir.
Yes.
So Sterling, you watch as he pull. I imagine like this hovercraft has almost like one of those riverboat handles that like you have to pull back and forward to do the
Absolutely.
to do the
Yeah,
change.
The throttle. Yep.
Yeah. So you watch as he pulls back down on the throttle, and it seems like he's slowing down. And why would he slow down to get it to go forward? But it's because he's trying to turn the hovercraft in the sideways position so that Gruff can throw the bomb out the side port. So he's continuing the momentum down are we going down the mountain, right? Or are we going
Oh,
up?
yes. Rapidly down.
So we're going down the mountain, but now we're going down the mountain sideways. So he's looking out the side of the cabin as he's navigating this through, and it's like the moment that he sees that we might be off course, it's like he's slaloming this sideways
That is so
through
badass.
the fucking snow.
That
He's
is so
just
fucking
like,
awesome, dude.
cool, there's a tree, fuck it. Cool, there's another rock, move out the way. At some point, there's a rock, and y'all go up. Oh, we go up above this, like we're up and
Yeah, you
over, and then
absolutely go
somehow it
airborne.
like 360s and then lands sideways
Do
again.
you do like a grab in the air? Like do
Yeah,
you do
it's
like
just
a
like
trick?
a like.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
he's
Fucking
in the
ollie on
cabin.
a-
He's just like looking at Cat and Dynamite, just being like one hand wheel.
You hear Cari and the microphone in your ears like clipping because she's yelling so loud, going, "Oh my god, dude! Fuck yeah, dude!" That's
There's a
awesome.
moment when it lands and he's like continuing to skid. Chad is like, dude, I don't even know what the fuck I just did. That was some Tony Hawk shit.
That
I'm like,
was
I'm
so
really
badass. That
I'm
was Tony
so
Hawk
happy
Red
right
Dwarf.
now. This
That
is
was so-
nuts.
There's
Oh,
literally a thing that appears on the
Demons,
screen that
no.
says Captain Dynamite approves.
God damn it. God damn it,
Ugh.
dude. That was badass. Was that your
I-
first time?
That's the first time I've ever pulled that off.
That
Yeah.
was so awesome. That was so awesome. Hold it
Okay.
home like butterfly.
So Sterling is driving this hovercraft like he was born to do so. In any order that the rest of you wish, please, let's figure out what you're going to roll and find out how your characters perform.
I feel like mine's probably easy because I'm just
Absolutely.
shooting. And so it'll be a weapons roll,
Yep.
which I'm going to roll a 4 this time. You just
Okay.
watch.
I'm here for it.
Here we go. Here it comes. Nope, it's a 3.
Okay. 3 is
But
still
I'm just-
respectable.
Pew, pew, pew. Pewing. Pewing.
Yep. You fire a couple of shots off. You can describe what it looks like as you take out one of these guys on one of these snowmobiles as he's like jumping towards the hovercraft to board.
I would love to. So I think I imagine Kateryna goes like pew, pew, and like misses, and snow kicks up around this guy. Is it snowy? It's snowy. right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Okay, super. And so it's like pew, pew, and snow kicks up. And I think Kateryna does that cool thing that like the old like British troops used to do with like the like
Right.
steadying their gun, and she like exhales and like sound stops for a second. And at the same time, this dude like launches off of a bank of snow, getting ready to board us, essentially. And as Kateryna exhales, she just goes, boom, and gets him right in the frickin' nose. And he just ragdolls off into the past of where we once were as a vehicle.
Absolutely. And you notice as the ragdoll physics kind of like end, as if like his body was then going to come to a rest, he then shatters the way that they had in the cave. But this one leaves like a burst of like purple smoke amid the shattered pieces of him as he explodes.
Cool. So badass. Awesome.
I think Gruff will kind of take out the cigar that he's been, puffing away on. He's just gonna light every single fuse on the MacDougal Extra Deluxe Super Special Awesome Annihilator, and he's gonna kind of look at Captain Dynamite and just say, "Boom goes the dynamite!" And he's gonna throw it over the side of the hovercraft, using Sterling's expert sort of maneuvering of the hovercraft, as well as Kateryna, sort of discouraging this border and destroying this border to aim towards like the largest cluster of these weird purple tainted mutineer ice climber creatures. If I could argue tech check, because I have demolitions, I would lower the DC by 3, if that is cool.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
So that is a 3. However, I'm going to spend one of my golden apples to go ahead and get that to explode. So change the 3 to a 4.
All right. Yep. Absolutely.
Let's go.
That is a 1. So that's a total of 5.
Yes.
Okay. It's still plenty.
Perfect.
All right. So we got a dirty explosion, and you chunk this massive bundle of dynamite just as Sterling opens this perfectly timed like opportunity for you, and you hurl this thing like Donkey Kong hurling barrels over your head. And we watch as this thing like flies slow motion style kind of through the air, just as we see a group of these icy mutineers on 2 snowmobiles, and between them they have a chain strung that has like spikes and like sharp looking bits of metal between it, looking like they're heading to basically flank this hovercraft and shred the inflatable bladder that it is riding on. And just as they kind of like crest the hill back behind you, this dynamite sails through the air and lands in the snow just between them, ahead by several yards, and we watch the fuse kind of and then as it goes off, what happens, Jason?
I think it's almost like a fireworks display. It is just a series of increasingly loud and just tremendous explosions. And I think somehow it culminates in like a skywriting thing that just says explosions ? And it's just this massive detonation. I imagine it probably even causes a pretty substantial sized avalanche too. As Gruff is just kind of, he pulls another cigar out of his overalls, lights, he's like, "Yeah, that's a good one." It's gonna take a long smoke.
Yeah, dude.
Perfect.
Awesome.
As a matter of fact, it does cause a massive avalanche, which is now rushing down the mountain right on your ass.
Meant to do that. Worth it.
We have problem.
Great. All right then. I think that Sterling's going to he's definitely focusing on driving, but anything that anyone wants to do, right, in order to protect his friends, he is going to, if you'll allow it, Jeremy, I don't know if this is how the game works, but this is what I would like to do. So I would like to bend the rules a smidge.
Hold up just one moment, because we got a driving check from you this round. So first, before we get to what you're going to do next, I would like to hear get rolls and stuff from the other characters that haven't rolled yet.
Yeah, of course.
So we've got Ray and Flash still.
Well,
so yeah, just hold on to that thought, please.
what do I need to roll to kick bullets? I'm not really sure what.
That is a
skill that falls under.
tremendous question.
That is
I
his
mean, this
plan.
feels like probably a brawl. I mean, you are kicking.
It does.
I just imagine like Wanted style, a handful of shotgun shells goes up in the air. It's slow
No.
motion, and then
No. I'm kicking bullets back at them.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
ricocheting. Yeah, their bullets
like
back at
Jedi.
I
them.
imagine you were
style.
pulling them off the bandolier and then
Wow.
throwing them in the air and then shooting them at them with.
Dude.
No, this is ridiculously glorious.
Kicksilver just needs his kicks, man.
Damn right he does.
I'm okay with brawl if that's what you want to go
Still not a
for.
fist to be seen. Yeah, absolutely, brawl. Brawl your heart out.
Hey, that's a 6.
Yes.
On a
dude,
6?
And I was on a
let's
D6.
go.
Yes.
All right, that is explosion.
It's only a 2 on the D8, so that is a 8 total.
Okay, and again, just to clarify, make sure that when you do explode, that your die are permanently staying at that stage from then on. Okay, cool. Excellent. So an 8 total.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. As a part of the slow-mo of the explosion and these fireworks going off, we see this avalanche now cascading down. We see that many of these icy mutineers are unaware of the avalanche just yet, as they're trying to drive these snowmobiles as fast as they can to catch up with Sterling's insane skills behind the wheel, and the people on the back who are kind of leveling their guns at this hovercraft, trying desperately to stop you. We see bullets flying to and from. Kateryna leaning out the window, exchanging gunfire. Captain Dynamite is out the other side, almost like two bookends. They're both like discharging their firearms at these mutineers. And some of these bullets from the rifles kind of like break the glass and enter the cabin of this hovercraft. And then there's Flash Kicksilver standing in the way. Flash, what does it look like as you Chun-Li the hell out of these bullets?
Oh my god. Oh my
Well, speaking
god.
of Chun-Li, you know that the spin kick in that character does? It looks nothing like that. If Flash wasn't so flashy and fantastic and so manly, it would look a lot like some type of river dance or dance where he's just kicking his feet up in the air, but it's more of the martial arts style of that. He is just one foot after the other, flinging a bullet this way. As soon as that foot plants, the other foot comes around and slings another bullet this way. Not every bullet is going back at the other character, at the enemies. Some of them are just meant to deflect away from the craft and his friends. But he's definitely directing a good portion of these bullets back towards the guns that they were fired from.
Absolutely. I have a very important question, Nathan. What do Flash's shoes look like?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think they match his blazer. They're purple. They're kind of like a mix between like a flashy dress shoe, but also like a utility shoe. They're a utility dress shoe.
I don't know why, and I have no idea what this would actually even look like, but in my brain, I'm almost seeing like a blending between a loafer and a cowboy boot.
Oh my god. What
I can
would
get
that
behind
look
that.
like?
I can get behind that.
Are there pennies in them?
They make them.
I'm sure
make
they
'em.
do.
I've seen them before.
They're made out of some kind of animal skin. Not entirely
Yeah.
sure what it is, but it's expensive.
Definitely. Yeah, it's like maybe alligator skin, but it's been dyed purple.
Oh,
And he
No,
has
it's actually
spurs.
from a purple alligator.
True.
Yes,
This is
the
Jumanji
on-
after
the
all.
only purple alligator, which is now extinct because he killed it.
With his fists, allegedly.
Yes.
Yeah, I saved the fists for special occasions.
All right then.
Awesome, dude. I love it.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, you are ricocheting these bullets many of them back at the perpetrators that press their advantage, killing several of them. And again, we see them shatter, leaving behind pieces of like frozen person that disappear in this puff of purple smoke. All right, Ray, what you doing?
So Ray has gotten up on like the side, like the gunwale of this ship, and I'm going to attempt to lasso one or two of them, maybe pulling them into each other as they are pursuing us. So
Perfect.
We'll see.
Okay, so let's see. Lassoing. What is this going to be? Maybe a stunt roll.
Okay. Let's see here. What can we get with a stunt roll? Oh, only a 3.
Okay. 3 is still pretty good. All right. So, yeah, you managed to kind of get this lasso going and fling it out, and you managed to wrap basically a driver and a gunner up together. And what does it look like as you give it a tug?
So I think he yanks real hard. Maybe not sure about the movement of this thing, so it's sort of ass over tea kettle for him as he pulls backwards and ends up just yanking these guys off. And we see that brief moment where they hit the snow and look up just in time for their own snowmobile to like run them over.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
They're like pseudo hugging each other because they've been like, lassoed together, and like they look at each other and they both look up at this thing, and then we just see like the shattering in the purple smoke as this unmanned like snowmobile like lands and skids out of control and like blows up as it hits a tree nearby.
That's
Oh my god, these fucking shoes
so
that y'all are posting.
Once again, you hear Cari in your headsets going, "Oh my god, oh my god," and that's just pretty much all you hear, just again and again and again.
They were like hugging before that snowmobile hit them. That's awesome.
That was so awesome. I've never seen that animation before. I've done this mission a couple times, but that's new. That is new.
Perfect. Okay. So that was everybody. All right. So there's only a few of these mutineers left, several of which have gotten close enough to now jump from the back of the snowmobiles that they can board this hovercraft, brandishing these ice axes. However, you can notice now that they're close that their ice axes are kind of wreathed in this purple glow, much like their goggles are. All right. Each one of you, I need to please make a tough roll.
Oh my god. Here we go.
That is a 3.
Okay.
Shit! 2.
Okay.
Four for me.
Load on my.
All right. Chad, you said you exploded?
All right, so I exploded on the 6 for the tough, and then I got a 6 on the 8, so that'll be a total of 12.
12?
Nice.
Shit. Okay.
I got a 5.
5. Okay. Gruff, what was yours again?
I got a 3. Let me know if I ended up failing because I get a thing when I fail, and also I could potentially re-roll once per episode.
Okay.
I do have a quick question. If we
Yes.
use an apple to explode our die, do we then get the next best die on the next roll, or no?
No, you just roll the next one
would
as
just roll
if
the
you
die.
had
Okay.
exploded.
Okay, just curious. Thank
But
you.
it does permanently increase your die as well.
Oh, that's what I was asking.
Yes. Yeah, sorry.
Can I go ahead and I want to use an apple on this one then? Screw it.
Okay, absolutely. On your tough?
Yes,
right?
please.
Okay.
Yes.
So now you are at a D6?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
Thank you.
And you are at one
Getting
golden
sick of
apple.
being all D4s there, boys.
Heard.
And for passing my lasso roll, I will give my golden apple to Gruff.
Perfect.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Awesome.
Rough.
How nice of you, Steve. That was a A+.
Ray's
Okay.
a good guy.
Well,
Yeah, Ray's a
Cari
good
Cari
guy.
got the other one when she was away from the keyboard, so you know.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
You just spent it.
¿Por qué?
You just used it.
I had to. Thank you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I did not know. I'm sorry.
Okay, so
I just thought I was not paying attention.
the only one that would have failed is actually Kateryna.
Okay.
But
Hmm.
because you spent a die to explode, it turned it into a success. So
Nice.
nobody
Hell
actually failed.
yeah. Go
So you won't have
USSR.
any additional golden apples that you earn, and nobody gets hurt. So as they board this hovercraft, they're slamming these picks down at you, trying as best they can to hit you and missing. But every time that their ice pick like clangs into a part of this hovercraft, you watch as like ice starts to like spread from the spot where it hit this vehicle, and they are trying their best to fight you, but to no avail.
Hell
All
yeah,
right.
let's go.
Next round, PCs, what you gonna do?
I think I will continue to try to shoot them because surprise, Kateryna actually has a few more bullets ready to go in her
Excellent.
pouch. And
Her Zelda pocket.
Yeah, Zelda pocket, 100%. And I'm gonna try to attack with weapons.
Let's
Try
do
that.
it. Okay.
Let's do it indeed. Fuck! It's a 1.
Okay.
I'm really upset with myself. It's a 1.
Understandable.
You know what? Yeah, I is this a failed roll? Do
It
I
will
get
be.
an apple for that?
You
Okay.
do, indeed.
Tell you what. Yeah, I'll just let it be a fail. Kateryna has just dodged an axe pick to the face.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she will like accidentally miss this. Pew! And it like goes off of a nearby rock face. Quang!
Absolutely.
That'll do it.
I
Okay.
think seeing that, Gruff is going to reach into his just overalls of limitless nonsense, and he's going to pull out these two bottles of just like old fashioned, like, you know, they got the XXX label, like just moonshine basically, and he's going to
Naturally.
run up towards this guy that almost, you know, thwanged Kateryna, and just try to smash these bottles into this guy's like body and almost like shove him over the side if he can. I imagine probably a brawl roll, I would assume.
You're literally gonna jug bonk this guy.
Absolutely. Just like mommy used to do. All right, here we go.
Definitely a brawl.
All right,
Brawl
so that
or
is-
weapons. I think either one would work.
I'm sorry, what was the second one?
Brawl or weapons.
Okay, yeah, so I'll stick with the brawl. It's only a 2, so I assume that's a fail. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm going to gain 2 apples for the failure, and then you know what?
It's 2. That's right.
I think because this seems like it might be kind of important, I think I'm going to go ahead and burn my once per episode luck. So I'm going to spend those 2 I just got. I'm going to re-roll that D4.
Okay.
And see if I can do
Go.
better. That's another 2. So you know what? I think we're just gonna stay with the 2. maybe
probably
one of the
for the best.
Alright.
maybe one of the bottles like breaks a little early and like just splashes Gruff with booze. He's like, "Oh God, it's in my eyes! It's in my eyes!" It's just like clawing at his eyes, completely whiffs it.
You know that that cigar that you were smoking?
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about, Jeremy. He
It
doesn't
was a
smoke
blunt.
cigars. Tobacco is bad, kids. No, I'm just kidding. I
Mhm.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, unfortunately that jug of alcohol that just exploded ignites
My eyebrows.
in a wreath of fire all around you.
Oh shit.
Gruff burns to a crisp
Oh no.
and falls to the floor of the hovercraft.
Damn it. That's disappointing. I need to work at some of these skills.
Moments later, there's another respawn noise as he appears in the sky high above where this chase is unfolding and falls and lands right on top of this hovercraft. Gruff,
Oh shit. Okay, we're good.
yeah, you land and you're like immediately having to like scramble and hold on to the top of this thing as Sterling is still driving like a bat out of hell.
Hey, maybe ease up on the throttle there, buddy. Holy shit!
Get the fuck in here.
I can't. You're moving too fast.
Amazing.
All right. I know we haven't gotten a roll from Sterling yet. Who else? Flash, Ray.
So these enemies are on snowmobiles, correct?
Yes.
Are there still several left out there in the distance on snowmobiles?
There is a plot-related amount of them left. Yes.
Are there any close by on snowmobiles? Like, one might say like right up next to
Maybe like within
the
kicking
hovercraft.
distance?
More like within jumping kicking distance.
Oh, well, absolutely. Like a jump kick distance.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Of course there is, Nathan.
I would like to do a flying kick and try to kick one of these guys off of a snowmobile and maybe take over piloting it for a short period of time.
That sounds fantastic. I would love to see how this plays out.
Hell yes.
All right, so this would probably still be a brawl.
That works
Maybe
for
a
me.
stunt.
I can do either one. Whatever
tell me.
works for you.
What's your highest die between those two?
Brawl for sure, because I haven't rolled stunt at all.
then do a brawl.
All right, here we go. Come on. That's an 8.
Explosion.
Where's my D10? There it is. All right. Come on. That's another 8, so a 16 total. That was another 8 on the D10. So
incredible. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So, what does this look like, Flash Kicksilver, as you pull this off in an epic moment?
it is 100% against any laws of physics based on how Silva is driving right now. Flash picks the hardest direction to leap off to do this kick. There's no reason why he should have any momentum the direction he jumps off to the snowmobile he picks. And he kicks one of the guys off the snowmobile. And it's one of these chained snowmobiles that's linked to another one that's coming after us.
Perfect.
And he's going to kick this guy off and attempt to whip that around in the other direction and start mowing down, whether it be next round or whatever. He's going to start mowing down the other snowmobiles coming towards us, just kind of dragging this guy on the other side. He's trying to steer away. He's trying to drag him along with him and mow these other guys down.
Hell yeah. This guy's like holding on to like the chain, like being drugged through the snow. He's trying his best to kind of like climb back up onto the back of this snowmobile. Is again these like purple glowing goggles that he has on his face, somewhat looking menacing in this snow. Okay. Ray, what you got?
Did I mention I'm driving with my knees because my hands are still in my pockets?
You didn't, but of course you are.
This never paid for the animation to get your hands.
No, absolutely not. You're driving like this.
It's just his sizable package, actually.
Obviously, just
that goddamn
my
bulge.
just driving.
That's just set on top of the.
yes, 100%.
It's a stick. It's like a stick throttle.
Do you know how to drive a stick? Neither
I
do
see what you did there.
Yeah. Comes in real clutch. All right. So amidst all this chaos, hey, guys, I have this thing called Duelist. I think it's meant for this, but then I'm gonna reach over and snatch one of these ice picks from one of the borders,
Okay.
and then just like it's weird, right? Like the camera in the game shifts a little bit, and it goes almost into like that crouching tiger, hidden dragon nonsense.
Yes.
Okay.
He spins like the axe all around and it's like
Steve, what are you thinking? What is happening over there? What's going on?
Well, it doesn't say it's for guns only, so I bet you I can duel with anything that they're using.
Let the man
Dude,
cook.
If we lose this mission, we have to start over. I'm blaming you.
Or we could like actually die. You know what I mean? Like there's some like weird undertones here. But anyway, yeah, go for it, Steve. You got this, man.
I mean, what's the worst that happens?
Nothing.
Go with God, Steve.
Ray, I'm not even
Go with Kung
You,
Fu.
you still have 2 lives, right?
Yeah.
I believe in you, Ray. You gave me your helmet, so I'm
All
gonna
right.
believe in what you know.
Sweet.
You got this, Space Cowboy.
So
So
it's
you
a
rolling
weapons, right?
Okay.
Yep. So it's a D10 roll for me.
Holy shit. All right.
Yeah, and that's a 9.
Okay. All right. Fantastic.
And then for what Duelist does is it lowers the DC by 3. So
okay.
for hitting somebody.
Yep. All right. So you pull one of these pickaxes out of like the hand of one of these guys, and then whirl it around like you wielded pickaxes your entire life. And then as you close with one of these guys and give him the business, what does that look like?
Oh, so it's that very like 1980s bad action film where like I cut into him and like the camera pans a little bit, so you just see the arm drop off, but you're not seeing where it's coming from because obviously someone in the props department is just dropping it, and so it's like arm, leg. And then like the last thing we see is Ray standing there with his like foot up on the head of one of these guys, just resting on the floor. Huh. That doesn't feel too bad. For me.
Call an ambulance, but not for me.
Yes, hell yeah.
All right. Sterling, let's see how you're driving this thing.
Yeah, dude. Okay, so
It'll be a drive check again.
I'll give my success die to Sterling. So
okay, yeah.
Have another apple.
Sweet.
Inspiring is broken.
Does that? Do I get to use that apple?
You can. It would be at no charge to you.
Yeah, you have 4 of them currently.
Sure, I'll definitely use one then to bump that up to a D8 to start.
So it doesn't bump up your die.
No.
It increases your result. You can use it to actually turn something into an explosion if you want to.
Got it. Okay.
And it counts just the same as an actual explosion. So
I'm rolling 1 die higher or no? I'm still rolling the D6.
Yeah, or your drive is a D6 currently?
Currently, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what you're going to start with.
Ooh! I spoke it into existence. It exploded.
You exploded?
You
okay.
manifested it, bro. Yeah. You manifested it. Let's go.
So that's an explosion. So now you'll roll a D8.
Yep. But I'm also going... That's a D4, but I will use that golden apple to make that an explosion.
So you're going to cash in all 4 of your golden apples?
Wait, so is it all... Do I have to cash in all 4 when I'm at a D8 then? Does that make...
So no. So you're rolling a D8 because your D6 exploded.
Yes.
What result did you get on your D8?
I got a 4 on that.
Right. So if you spent 4 golden apples, that would make the total on the D8 roll an 8, which would cause it to explode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll spend all 4.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and do that.
Hell yeah, man.
Big move.
Big move. Yep.
All right. So that means your drive is now a D10.
Yep.
And for this roll, you get to now roll a D10 and add it to the result that you already have.
Hell yes. So we're already at a 10. Right? Or now we're at
no. You got a 6 and an 8, that's 14.
14.
So now whatever you roll on the D10 will be added to that.
Okay. Well, I mean, kind of serendipitous. I rolled a 1 on a 10. So
okay.
Yeah, it would
that's
be
still a 15.
15.
Starting at a D6. That's pretty impressive. Okay.
I'll
So
take it.
Sterling, once again, as you head down the mountain and
one job, but
you're going to literally exit this frozen biome and safely exit this level of the game. How do you do that on this hovercraft?
So I imagine that there are a number of different enemies that are still kind of scattered about. As the avalanche is coming down. There's this moment where he grips really tight to the steering wheel, and he looks back at all of them, and then there's like this smoldering look that just like goes over the entire hovercraft. Hold on to something. And then he starts to spin it, and it goes full 360. And I imagine that all of us with guns and weapons, all of you are firing out at them at like breakneck speed. It's blind firing, but for some reason, the way that the momentum that he's carrying in this 360 spin down the mountain is just bam, 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 hitting everything. If there was a point total that was getting added up for all the kills, it's just adding up and racking up for everybody. And then
you hear Kateryna somewhere in the hovercraft go, "That still only counts as one." And
then it just like slides down. Just it's almost like he can just stop it on a dime, and you watch as he pulls it up and stops the throttle, and it just breaks like it's parallel parking into wherever the next level is.
I think almost immediately you just hear thump as Gruff, who was clinging to the roof of the hovercraft the entire time that was going on, just like rolls off and falls into the vegetation. Good job, Sterling.
Hell yeah.
Amazing. I imagine at some point during this slow motion like spin leap, at some point we see Captain Angel Dynamite like standing just behind Sterling, like hand on his shoulder, gun kind of like cocked out the other side, shooting, bad guys as she's like, coming down the mountain.
A pulp action cover, like,
and she looks straight at Kateryna and kind of like gives her a smirk.
Oh, go fuck yourself. Wow.
Remember, it's just pixels, Cari.
No, that's what Cari is saying.
This game is so spicy. Oh my god.
As this scene is happening on the screen, that's what Cari mutes her mic and goes, "Oh, go fuck yourself, dude. Fuck yourself." And then unmutes.
Perfect.
That's about it.
As
Kateryna is like disgusted.
As the hovercraft like pulls to a stop, the air bladder kind of like shredded from all the rocks and the broken trees and things. It just kind of like slowly shimmers, like shakes down to where it's inert, and you're able to disembark. And we can see in the near distance the din, the motion of the local bazaar awaits. And Captain Angel Dynamite looks in that direction and she says, "We're supposed to be meeting a friend of mine. He'll be able to take you the rest of the way to the Fountain of Youth. Come on, let's go." And with that, we're going to end our first session of Jumanji.
Oh my
all
god,
blown up.
Dude, let's go. Let's go to the bazaar. This is the tits. This is amazing. Well done, everybody.
Fantastic. Y'all, I had such a blast with this. Thank you.
This is awesome.
I cannot wait to the second one. Okay, so I'm going to pass things back over to my players so that they can give any kind of like parting words, touch again on where you may be able to find them on the internet or anything else that they've kind of got going on. And then we're going to call it a night. And then we'll meet up at some point to finish off this crazy wild story. All right, so we're going to start in reverse order with Chad.
Okay, so closing remarks from Sterling Silva. This game is great. You should play it, particularly play my character because I am on the cover art and probably the most important. No, I'm just joking. Also, all of these wonderful people are amazing. My name is Chad. This is the most spectacular thing I think I could have ever signed up for. When you said it's gonna get crazy, I mean, I know it does, but like, bro, wild.
That's right.
Yeah, thank you. Cannot wait for the next session. This system is really cool. I feel like it takes a little bit of inertia to like get going because when you're starting with D4s, it's a little difficult to like get that ramp up. But once the
Tell
ramp
me
up
about
starts to happen, woo, baby, It's real cool. It's real cool. Also, I really like the idea of being able to use the tokens to like then bump up the volume as you go. So
dance.
yeah, it's super fun. I can't wait till next session. Thank you so much, Jeremy. As always, I love you very much, brother.
Love you too, man, and absolutely my pleasure. Yeah, I knew that because I'd had the idea to run some kind of game in Jumanji at some point on my list of like ideas, and I came across the mention of this system at some point, and they were like, "Oh yeah, it's used to run like off the rails action stories." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, maybe that would be the right system to run this idea that I'd had." And then once I hit on the 8-bit aesthetic, I was like, okay, I'm all in. Like, I really am looking forward to this. So thank you for all of you for being a part of bringing this to life. It is a huge happy thing for me, and I needed that. So speaking of a huge happy thing that I needed, next up is Jason.
Hey, I've been Jason Osorio playing Gruff MacDougal. I can't believe I already only have one life left, but that's okay. I'll totally make it to the end. I have no concerns about this whatsoever. Thank you, Jeremy, for having me on board, as well as to my fellow players. And I just have to call it out because I do every time. The little like graphical flourishes and things that you do with the lives and the golden apples and the explosions. And again, I'm sure maybe it takes a while, maybe it doesn't, Jeremy, but the fact that you put that effort in to make the games just a little bit extra special is just, it's the secret sauce of these games, beyond your amazing descriptions and GMing in general. So thank you so much for taking the time and the effort to do that. Yeah, I'm very excited to see how this ends, and if we end up beating Dr. Cheese or whatever his name is. But yeah, I'll pass it on to the next person.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Thank you for saying that. I do appreciate it. It takes some work, but I enjoy doing it. I don't get to do theater. I don't get to do filmmaking anymore. And that's kind of, it scratches that itch for me, being able to like put together something that has production value, and being able to have everything hopefully support and cultivate an experience. So I very much enjoy that part of it. So I'm glad that it comes across and that it is appreciated. So thank you.
Absolutely. Definitely helps with the immersion for sure.
Good. That's exactly what I want. Speaking of exactly what I want, next up is Steve.
Not even my mom says that. That's so awesome.
You're awesome.
No, man. Love it as always. Like I can only echo what other kind words people say about your games. Definitely looking forward to the next session and finally actually getting to play with Cari. Like we've actually never been in a game together. I've seen many games that she's in.
True.
So.
Oh,
yeah,
you, man. Back at you.
Yeah, so lots of fun, and we'll have to see how it pans out with the Big Boss Cheese. That isn't, but hilarious that everyone's concerned that it is.
Yeah, 100%. He's made of cheese. He's gonna be made of cheese.
Yeah, that if he wasn't, he is
man.
now.
Cheese man.
It's just Clayface, but cheese.
100%. Obviously. Yeah.
Amazing. I cannot wait. Yeah, Steve, thank you as always, man. Always a pleasure to have you on the channel, dude. Whenever you said you were going to play a space cowboy, I was like, this is going to be such a terrible fit for the baseline Jumanji that's going to produce so much humor that you absolutely did not disappoint by capitalizing on it. It was a hilarious choice, and I cannot wait to see more. All right. Speaking of, I cannot wait to see more. Next up is Cari.
Oh my god. I really thought you were going to go with speaking of being made entirely of cheese, Cari.
There you go.
I am
that works
super
too.
excited, guys. This was awesome. Like my favorite thing was ironically the thing that I was most nervous about, which was the idea that we were playing ourselves playing these characters. I really just had a hard time like getting my head around that. But you guys all made it just like so easy to like go back and forth between the two. and in a really super fun and I think a fairly conducive way for this specific game in this specific setting. Yeah, this was amazing. If you want to see more games I'm in, check us out on Meme Terrain Domain on Mondays, Thursdays, and on Emporium for the Wayward Gamer on select Wednesdays. This was amazing, guys. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of this.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Thanks for coming along and being the femme fatale that we needed in the group.
Happy to be that.
That's always a fun element to throw into a game like this that is so just wacky and gonzo and so built on tropes anyways. Absolutely
gotta have
fantastic.
An action girl in there.
Yes, absolutely. And always you nailed it. So always a pleasure to have. All right. Speaking of always a pleasure to have, last but certainly not least, Nathan.
I've been a part of a few of Jeremy's games that are very like role play heavy and very emotional heavy. I think, Jeremy, you're the first DM to ever make me cry in a game. So I've definitely been in those games, but I've also been in one or two, not including this one, Gonzo games, where we've just embraced everything about the trope, the genre, whatever, and just went off the rip. I bit a dog's ear off in Escape from New York game at one point. Like things like that. We're just doing crazy stuff that shouldn't be allowed to happen, but because it fits with the story we're telling, because it fits with the feeling we're trying to put out, you let it happen, and I love that, and I appreciate that, Jeremy. It's I love the intense role play and the intense characters, but I also love that you can put a group together and tell a story while we do goofy crap like jump off a hovercraft and kick people off of snowmobiles and kick bullets back at them. Like
I was just gonna say, kick bullets back at them is quite that's the big win. That's the big one there.
Absolutely.
I just love that you let us embrace it. As long as it fits, you're like, all right, well, we'll try to make this work. We'll see what happens. And I appreciate that. And I'm glad that all of you are willing to embrace that as well and feed into it. I know I've played with Chad multiple times, so I know Chad. I know how Chad plays. And I know Chad already pushes the boundaries.
You know
when
that
we
I
play
don't come...
Always.
We play a serious game, Chad pushes the boundaries. So I kind of knew what to expect.
Either I'm going to make you cry, or I'm going to make you laugh, or I'm going to make you regret even sitting down, you know?
Or all three of them.
Or all three of them. Why did I come to this game? No.
Depends on the moment or the scene.
All of the feelings, all of them.
No, man. Absolutely. With like the elements of gonzo-ness, especially, like, obviously not every game would hold moments like that and do well, but for a game like this, it's a part of the immersion. It's a part of the expectation of what we're doing, every bit as much as, you know, the graphic stuff that's on the overlay. For me, that's what makes this game feel right at the end of the day, is kicking bullets back at bad guys, because that's the kind of thing that you would expect from a Jumanji movie. You know, it's absurd to the point of being like, that would never happen. But your willing suspension of disbelief has been stretched to the point of breaking, and that's where we're living for the next several hours.
Right on that. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm here for it. I'm absolutely here for it. And I'm glad that you're the kind of players that will capitalize on that will utilize that to the best ends, because it makes for incredible moments like the ones that we had tonight. And yeah, I'm so thankful. Yeah, people are the best. I love the fact that I get to do this for fun, that I get to put a group of people together and run some zany shit for a few hours as a way to relax. So thank you for playing in this game. Thank you for being amazing human beings as well. Speaking of amazing human beings, thank all of you out there who may have watched this video. If you get some kind of entertainment from this game, that's deeply appreciated. The fact that there are people that find this entertaining. If you did like what you saw, then do all the stuff that the YouTube algorithm likes. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you feel like it, share the link around, talk about it with your friends, tell them how ridiculous this was. Yeah. I love that I have this as an avenue to express myself and to socialize and to get gaming in and to also put together productions like I mentioned. And it means a lot to me that we've built a community here for people to have fun. So thank you. What else?
Jeremy, if you'll indulge me one more second. Speaking of,
yes, please.
If you like this content, if you do like this content and you want to support Jeremy, you should definitely go get you some Flash sponsored merch and get you a t-shirt.
Yes,
absolutely.
Go.
Big old critties. They are natural.
Yes. All natural bulges for the gritties.
I'm sure Jeremy might include a link in the description for this video for such a purchase.
Yeah, that would be wise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, indeed.
A forward-thinking person who's running a YouTube channel would do something like that.
Or even mayhap a backward-thinking person with the edit feature
Maybe.
in YouTube.
Because the current thinking person was just looking and currently questioning why there wasn't one there.
Never, ever do that.
You know.
So yeah, if you're watching in the future, problem solved. It was there the whole time.
Of course it was.
There is no war in Bossing Say.
Exactly. Julie, do the thing. This was incredible, y'all. I'm so happy with the way that this went, and I cannot wait to get to the second part. So yeah. What else? Oh, remember everyone out there, that kindness is a free action. It costs you absolutely nothing to be kind to someone, and it could make all of the difference in someone's day, week, month, year. You have no idea the kind of battles that people are facing. So a little bit of kindness that costs you absolutely nothing to give to someone else could be an incredibly valuable gift to them. So that's an easy exchange. It's a very easy exchange to make. And right now, the world needs about as much kindness as we can possibly project out into it. So go out and be nice. Unless you're a Nazi, then you deserve to be punched in the fucking face every day of the week. All right. I think we're going to go ahead and get out of here. So until next time, may your dice roll high and your snacks always be within reach.